Watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out expressvpn.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months. Action. Kia ora, Bull fam, what's going on? Hey, Bull fam, where are you? Where's my chat? Let's get our chat in here real quick, man. Everybody ready for this Broncos game today? The Sean Payton revenge game? Oh, I hope it doesn't turn into that, man. Of course, a lot of people are like, what are you talking about, director? Well, Sean Payton really wanted to be the head coach of Justin Herbert this last year. Chargers pretty much said no. He decided to go to an AFC West rival, and here we are in week, 14, where we'll be facing him with pretty much our playoff hopes on the line, man. Good to see everybody in here, though. I think the Chargers got a good shot at winning this one. Got to play some clean football, try and find a way to keep pace offensively. It's been kind of a struggle for them the last couple of weeks, but I do think this is one that the Chargers can take home if they can play a nice, complete game. Here we go, man. Tara, the mod, coming in and says, Popper said the starting defensive backs are Michael Davis-Sante and Jasir Taylor. All right. Michael Davis back in the starting lineup. Whether that's good or bad, but we'll wait to see what happens with that. But Jasir Taylor, good to see him back. Asante, would love to see some big plays out there in terms of turnovers. Here comes Chase with the 21 months. Says, "Ayo, how you doing, baby? Let's beat the Broncos and stop out the Raiders this Thursday." Where's my sister at? Bolt up, baby. Bolt up. Thank you so much, Chase. 21 months, the funnest amount of months. And here we are, week 14. Chargers taking on Sean Payton. Should be a fun one. Let's get some shout-outs in the chat before we do kick off. We are catching the game right now. I think it's on... We're watching it on Hulu today. Hopefully, it doesn't keep us on this Browns game too long, as we are just about to kick off here. You guys let me know what you're seeing out there. And we'll keep this play-by-play open here on the other side as the Chargers and Broncos getting ready to kick off. And they have Will Lutz kick 65 yards. Looks like the Chargers are going to be returning this one and starting on offense. Let's go ahead and make sure we are in the right place. I'm pretty sure we're in the right place. Yeah, okay. So they're going to start the broadcast here in just a couple of minutes. So we'll keep you guys updated here in the play-by-play, and then we'll have this open here in just a second. Shout-outs in the chat, man, while we're waiting for the first couple of plays to come in. We got Miguel, the mod, Hugo, the mod, Tara, the mod, the mods. We tip our hat to you. We got Guitarist. That name will always get me. Dressage Gal. We got Nathan Soriano, we got Dylan S. We got Enrique. We got Diego. We got Obi Chris Kenobi. Hello there. We got Jason Epperly. Good to see ya. We got Kevin. We got Bubba. We got Drew Jamrose. We got Mark. We got Broken Buddha. Good to see everybody in here. A couple more super chats as we're getting ready. Austin Eckler up the middle to the Chargers' 33-yard line for 8 yards. And the Chargers offense is getting going as we're waiting to see the broadcast change over here on our side. Austin Eckler's going to get another carry here for 4 yards and a first down on 2nd and 2 at the Chargers' 33. And the Chargers offense is moving and grooving. Here's a couple more super chats here. Chase coming in with the gifted membership to our guy Miguel the mod. Chase, so much. Thank you. How's your sister doing? Thank you so much for the support there, my man. I appreciate that. Matthew Dahl coming in with a 32 months. We better not lose when we got Rivers and Gates at the game. Let's go. Yeah, if you guys didn't know this, Rivers and Gates are both at the game right now. Of course, Gates could be inducted into the Hall of Fame here very soon. Philip Rivers out here supporting. Very, very cool to see the Chargers legends out there. Justin Herbert's going to pass to Keenan Allen deep, and it's going to be incomplete as we move on to 2nd and long for the Chargers. Let's go ahead and get the correction done in here. There we go. That's the way we like it. Eckler does need more of that. 8 yards. So far, the best running day for Austin Eckler in quite many moons. In many, many moons, which is unfortunate. But you know what? Definitely what the Chargers need to see right now, as the run game has not been spectacular. Here comes Joshua Kelly for 3 yards on that carry out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down after 3 yards. It'll be third and long coming up. 3rd and long for the Chargers. 3rd and long for the Chargers. Taylor with the 5 says, hey, dude, what do we need to get into the 7th seed? The Chargers this game. Pretty much playoffs on the line right now. Need to win this game if we want our playoff hopes to stay alive. If we do walk away, a loss this week would result in a less than 1% chance to make the postseason. It's pretty much you got to win today or you're out. You lose and you're out this week. So the Chargers really need to go out there and put up a good one versus the Denver Broncos. Saw Allen drop that pass. I'm way behind. Well, we're waiting for the broadcast to update here. I hate blackouts so much. The reason I miss NFL Game Pass so much. But here we are. Our CBS is just catching up. You know, I'm going to see if, real quick, I'm going to see if our CBS at least has some kind of broadcast right now. That would be awesome on Paramount Plus. You know what I mean? On 3rd and 7, Justin Herbert's going to get sacked for a loss of 11 yards, and the Chargers will have to punt. A nice punt by J.K. Scott, 52 yards. Fair catch by Marvin Mims. And the Denver Broncos are going to start their next possession here, their first offense possession at the 19-yard line. 19-yard line. What a bummer. Chargers already taking a big sack, stalling out on their first possession here. Definitely not something you want to see. All right, we're going to go ahead and mute you and open you. And we'll see if that works for a minute. I hope it's not as boring as last week. I really do. We need some momentum for sure. J.K. Scott about to have another legendary week. Don't get me wrong, he was fantastic, but we would like to see maybe other players outside of our punter to get featured as the best player of the week for the Chargers. It's a Chiefs game because you live in Missouri. Yeah, it is what it is, man. This is why I hope and pray so much that next year they go back to the other NFL Game Pass so we can all start using it without any headaches again. We can still use it this year. I just had already bought the Game Pass or whatever just because that's what we knew it was going to happen. But I may even use the method to switch over to Game Pass next season because, yeah, this has been ridiculous in terms of the blackouts. So even on Paramount Plus, we're still seeing the Jags game. But I'll keep you guys updated here on the play-by-play until they switch over. Man, the Jags game still has 2 minutes to play here. That's disappointing. And by the way, Los Angeles Chargers may have an interception. By Vato Michael Davis. Play is under review. But that would be absolutely huge. The Chargers would get the ball in the red zone instantly of the Denver Broncos and create the first huge mistake for the Sean Payton-led Broncos on offense. Woo-hoo-hoo! Hang on. I have a cable that I have to plug in. That is an interception if I've ever seen one, baby. Let's go! Not hit that button very many times this season. Good to see that, especially from Michael Davis. That hasn't been maybe the most efficient DB this season. That would be an absolutely huge play by Vato. And now that they're in the red zone, we should be at least to be able to see them here in the red zone for this next drive. Man, it's so complicated watching NFL football, is it not? Now, they are challenging it. It's still under review. Still under review. They are challenging it. We're waiting to see what the ruling is there. Yeah, I know. The Browns, dude, they're still out here, man. CBS is like, no. You need to see this game. That's pretty much decided. A 21-31 2-minute warning, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. We got to go down to 0. I wish you could just pick the team you want to watch. Me too, Jason. That is the America I want to live in. I will pay you, NFL. I'll pay you for my one team. I think it's very fair to say $20 a month would not be a stretch for the NFL. It would get so many people participating in that just to watch your one team. Deck an extra $5, $10 for Red Zone. Everybody in the world would be paying that. Nobody would be using less than kosher methods to watch the games. Chat is saying it should be a touchdown. Should be a touchdown. We have to wait and see. Maybe that benching was the kick in the butt that he needed. Who knows? So, Al, right now we have a play under review. Michael Davis just intercepted Russell Wilson. Might be even a touchdown. And the Denver Broncos have challenged. We're waiting to see. We're waiting to see what's going down with that. Michael coming in with the $2 house says, I'm hammered, love you, director, all you do. Hey, Michael! Hey, follow my. Let me see your eyes. Give me your keys, man. Give me your keys. You know what? Just cheer very, very hard for the Chargers and stay seated. Thank you so much, Michael. Good to see ya. The Los Angeles Chargers challenged the pass completion ruling. The play was reversed. Wilson pass short, right, intended for Mims was intercepted. So, hey, guess what? Am I confused here? What's the ruling? We should have the ball right now, right? Let's go. Chargers should have the instant red zone. Let's go out there and score. Tutty. Here comes Austin Eckler up the middle, -2 yards. Unfortunately, -2 yards. But we are at the Denver 13-yard line. The Denver 13-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and long coming up, 2nd and 12. We need a pass from Justin Herbert. I got to show you guys the underdog selections this week. Yeah, everybody saw that run coming. Now we got some action here on Red Zone. I can actually help you guys out here. Yeah, that Austin Eckler run gets blown up from the outside linebacker. Here comes 2nd and long. Isaac with the $2 holla. El Vato! Let's see some Vatos and 43s in the chat for our guy Michael Davis, man. Huge play by him. Here comes the Chargers on 2nd and long. 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert, he's going to step back and fires it over to the middle of the field. That's going to be who? The practice squad man, Erickson, who's going to come up with a big catch there, 9 yards. And the Chargers all of a sudden have a 3rd and short coming up. Can the Chargers convert here or pick up the touchdown? That would be absolutely fantastic for the Chargers, who instantly have a red zone opportunity here they must capitalize on. These kinds of games, AFC West games, anything could happen. You got to go out there and capitalize on opportunities like this. Let's get in there, man. Here comes the Chargers on 3rd and 3. It's Justin Herbert who's going to step back, looking, fires to the back of the end zone, and it is well over the head of Quentin Johnston. And that's going to be incomplete. Chargers likely take the 3 here, right? Likely going to take the 3 here. 4th and 3 coming up. They might be going for it. Justin Herbert, with pressure coming in his face, had to pretty much throw it away over the top of the end zone. Too high for Quentin Johnston. You still blame QJ? No. That was definitely not a QJ blame. Oh, the Chargers are going for it. Here we go. Could be big. Might be trying to bait him off sides. No, they are going for it. Justin Herbert's going to Sling it over the middle of the field, and incomplete. Might have been interfered. That there was Gerald Everett. There is no flag. There is no flag. And the Chargers are going to turn it over on downs. What's one of the biggest things I said in my game preview? Can anybody raise their hand? Anybody in the back there? Anybody in the back have an answer? One of the biggest things I said in my game preview for this week in particular. You know who the Denver Broncos' top scoring player is the last 3 weeks? Huh? Their top scoring player is without a doubt Will friggin' Lutz. And the Broncos in that situation will not hesitate to take their 3. Chargers hopefully don't get bit in the butt by that decision later on in the game. We're in commercial waiting for the Denver Broncos to take the field offensively again. Man. Chargers stall out in their first offensive possession, followed by a huge interception in the red zone, and they turn it over on downs. That sucks. Maybe a slightly catchable ball for Gerald Everett, but still, like, geez. Well, that red zone offense is going to be tough. I feel that the receivers don't look especially good this year. Your best chance is going to be the tight ends, which nice coverage by the Broncos in that situation. The Broncos are the worst team in the NFL in defending the position, so they stepped up in that moment. Here comes Russell Wilson's going to pass short over the middle. 7 yards for Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down by Alohi Gilman. Alohi Gilman takes him down. And right away comes Jamal Williams for a 5-yard gain on first down. It's going to be a 2nd and 3 coming up. Or I should say a first down for the Broncos. Tackled by Derwin James. Broncos have a first down now. And driving. We can hope not. Broncos got still a long field to play here, man. Multiple times score, we couldn't. Yeah, the Chargers offense really needs to get into rhythm. And they got to take their points, man. They have got to take their points. You can tell that having Lindsley makes a big difference. Yeah, Lindsley is one of the most underrated players on this entire team with what he offers the offense. The offense statistically scores way more when Lindsley's on the field. Next play, Russell Wilson, pass short over the middle. It's a 5-yard gain for Javonte Williams, who picks up his first reception from the halfback position. He's going to be tackled by Asante Samuel Jr. after a 5-yard gain. Broncos now at the 31-yard line, I do believe. 31-yard line. We're in a position where we can afford a loss. You have to take the points. Yeah, you really have to take the points. Not really a good spot this week with pretty much the season on the line to play a little bit of gambling out here with the Chargers' fate. Could be the Joe Show a little bit on offense. Got to take the points, though. Got to take the points. On first down, Russell Wilson passes to Courtland Sutton, who picks up 16 yards, and the Broncos continue to drive near the 40-yard line. Broncos are moving. Broncos are moving on offense. While we're waiting for the next play, guys, check this out. This is what we got going on Underdog Fantasy today. I went in with a bit of a different strategy. Let's see. Let's go ahead and refresh this real quick. We got a couple of them in here. They're just normal. And then we got a couple in here that are insured. Some of the big ones that we need to see are receptions by Javonte. Some yardage by, I would say, Gerald Everett is something I definitely threw down big for. And then a touchdown by Courtland Sutton, which I do think is going to happen. He's been on kind of a streak lately, Wish us luck this week, man. Hoping to hit a big one. Russell Wilson, after a 16-yard gain by Courtland Sutton, is going to hit Sutton again for no gain. And then McLaughlin is going to Run 5 yards. It's a third down. Third and medium coming up. Third and medium coming up for the Chargers defense. Can they hold down? Here comes Burrell Vikes with the $2 houses. Good old Brandon turnover on down Staley. It's been tough. It's been tough. It's been particularly tough the last couple of seasons. I'll tell you that. It felt like the margin was a little bit more in our favor back in the day. It feels like not the same thing right now. And on third down, Russell Wilson's going to pass to the running back. And it's going to go incomplete. Fourth down, and the Broncos likely need to punt it here. Broncos likely need to punt it here. Khalil Mack, the one in coverage there. An absolute beast this season. Hoping to log his career-breaking record in sacks this week. He's definitely been a force to be reckoned with in 2023. And the punt is going to go 34 yards. Down at the Chargers' 9-yard line. Downed by Nick Neiman. And the Chargers offense about to take the field again. Long field this time. Long field for the Chargers. We'll see if Justin Herbert and the offense are up to it. I know they want to get the run game going. But I still think your best chance to win this one is on the back of Justin Herbert and your tight ends. I truly do believe the tight end position is going to be a deciding factor this week. The Chargers must get them involved. Of course, already getting a target in the red zone. We need to see them help drive them down the field. We need to see them help drive down the field, and that includes Donald Parham this time. Donald Parham needs a big game too. And thank goodness it looks like the Browns game. It's always the Browns game that's holding us up on the CBS broadcast. Looks like they just came up with the onside kick. Should be able to kneel this one out. Knowing CBS are going to make us watch every kneel before switching over to the Chargers. First play, it's going to be Josh Kelly up the middle for 3 yards. And the Chargers now should be at the 12-yard line. It'll be a second and long. I did have one play for Josh Kelly. I had him higher than 23.5 yards. That looks like a pretty safe bet there. Chase coming in at $5 says, yo, director, what's your middle name and who's your favorite Star Wars character? We trying to break into some director's accounts? Do you need my mother's maiden name too? Favorite childhood pet? What should I say my middle name is? We're going to go with Esteban. Director Esteban del Toro. My favorite Star Wars character happens to be the big man Boba Fett. That one I'm not going to be shy about. Boba's a big guy. Social Security. Big love, Chase. Thanks so much, man. Esteban del Toro and the big man Boba Fett be the favorite. Justin Herbert on the last play was going to pass over the middle of the field. Incomplete for Erickson, who's been stepping up from the practice squad. And thanks to the red zone, which for some reason is showing the Chargers all the way in their own red zone, is going to show this last play here. 3rd and 7. Chargers close formation. Can Justin Herbert find an open man? Look for Keenan. Herbert's got to throw over the middle, and it is batted down to the line of scrimmage. Are they going to say that was intercepted? Oh, my God. The Broncos just intercepted the Chargers inside the 10-yard line on a batted pass. Oh. Are you kidding me? Number 56 got in free over the middle, batted down Herbert's pass, and it was intercepted by number 0. Who is that? Is it Brandon Browning? Oh. Wow. The Chargers had a turn in the red zone with an intercepted pass. Here come the Broncos in their first attempt in the red zone. It's going to be a carry by Williams, and Williams going to wiggle his way through for the touchdown. There you go, Bolt fam. Wow. Unbelievable chain of events there leading to a Broncos score. Wow. Broncos had 10 turnovers during 5-game win streak. Cody with the 5 says Herbert looks to be having a huge gash on top of his left hand. We got to keep an eye on that. Of course, hand injuries, of course, always make a big difference with quarterbacks. I don't care if it's your left, right, whatever. Tough to throw there. Thank you so much, Cody, for the $5 holla. And my God, dudes, I don't know. I don't know about this right now. Chargers need to get off to a much better start than this to have a chance of keeping their playoff hopes alive. Off the back of a huge play by their defensive linebacker. Their defense certainly coming in clutch there. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one, Bull fam. I don't know what to say about that one. Chargers are going to take the kickoff. Touchback. Chargers are going to start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bolts on offense again to see if they can create some kind of rhythm for themselves, man. This is unbelievable right now. Unbelievable. We really needed something big this week, man. Chargers right now just can't catch their footing on offense no matter what they do. We are finally live on the Chargers broadcast. My word. We have got to get this offense moving, man. Did we have a Javonte touchdown this week on the underdog? I think we just had receptions. Yeah, by the way, that's Javonte's first rushing touchdown of 2023. His first rushing touchdown of 2023. Comes up against the Chargers. Chase with the dollar holla. What up? Man, it's pretty far behind this week, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're up to date now. All right, where are we? 1st and 10 Chargers. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And I think that was Josh Kelly who picks up about 4. No, Isaiah Spiller picks up 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and medium coming up for the Chargers. Where are we right now? The 35-yard line-ish? The 40-yard line? Bobster coming in with the $5 house. If I don't mind, the Broncos win because they have a nice Cinderella story going on. I mean, it's the Broncos. It's tough for, I think, all Chargers fans to cope with, but it is what it is right now. Chargers got to dig themselves out of a hole early to start here. Thank you so much for the $5 haul there, my man. Here comes 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert steps back looking, fires. No, he's going to get sacked. Held on to the football too long, and here comes a huge sack by the Broncos, who have not been a great team in pass rushing this season. Now we're looking at a 3rd and very long for Herbert in the offense. Oh, my God. Rashawn Slater just couldn't keep up with the speed. I think that was a defensive back that got in there for the Broncos. That is a huge sack for the Chargers. Here comes 3rd and 15 for the Bolts. It's going to be a screen for Quentin Johnston, who ducks and weaves and picks up a solid amount of yards. I'm going to see about 11, 12 yards. Still short of the first down, but maybe giving the Chargers something to think about here. In the middle of the field. They're at pretty much midfield now, no man's land. It's close enough where I think they can consider going for it here, man. They can maybe consider it. There's going to be a timeout taken. And I would say, yeah, the Chargers would be wise to go for it here, man. We are in timeout right now. Chargers would be wise to go for it here. Zion Johnson is down, by the way. Zion Johnson is down. Who do we got backing up Zion Johnson right now? Is it Hymus? Yeah, this has been an ugly game to start things off, man. Super ugly. In front of dad, dude. Phillip Rivers is in the house. Phillip Rivers is in the house this week, man. Cody coming in with the two, says Zion on the ground holding his knees, screaming. Oh my God, McFadden coming in. McFadden, that's right. Did I say Hymus? McFadden. Hopefully Zion Johnson is okay, man. That is brutal. Taylor with the $5. Rivers getting flashbacks to how bad this O-line has been today. I bet he has. Phillip Rivers probably took the worst of it in the last 10 years for the Chargers. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for the holla, man, for the super chats. But the Chargers got a real deep hole that they got to dig themselves out of. It's a 4th and 3. They're in the middle of the field. I'm sure that they're trying to come up with a play that they feel confident in to go for it here. I would go for it here, I think. You got to change the momentum. It's heavily in favor of the Broncos. You get a first down here. Keep this drive alive. Try and go get some points. I would say it's worth going for. Chat wants to punt. I'm not going to argue against playing it a little bit safe, but at the same time, I feel like, man, it's going to be a long day if we don't try and grab some momentum here. And the Chargers will be punting it. Here comes the MVP last week, J.K. Scott. It is a high one. It's going to be fair caught inside the 15 by the Broncos, and Russell Wilson and company will take the field again. Zion Johnson, you guys missed it. Grabbing at the knee after what looks like a pretty serious injury. We're hoping that he's okay. Man. Sean Payton going to make him pay for not hiring him. I was a little worried about that. I don't know if it's as much the Sean Payton effect right now as the Chargers kind of shooting themselves in the foot. But it is kind of a good example of why you need some experience there at coach. Here comes Russ and the Broncos with a 7-0 lead. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And the defense going to have to step up here. Man, that one hurts, dude. That was a tough one to watch there, man. 1st and 10. It's a pitch to Devontae Williams, who will pick up a yard. It'll be 2nd and long coming up for the Broncos. Weather should be fantastic at SoFi. Man. By the way, good for Quentin Johnston. I liked that play. Definitely worked out for them there. Just a couple of yards short, and the Chargers ended up punting. Here comes 2nd and 9. And it's going to be a screen this time for Marvin Mims, the other rookie, and it's going to be a huge gain for the Broncos, just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short for Mims, Wilson, and the Denver Broncos. Aaron Adams was hoping to see a holding call there. Come on, Chargers. Third and 1. Broncos. It's going to be a QB sneak. And Russell Wilson's going to pick up the first down himself. Broncos are going to have the ball in and around the 25-yard line. Oh, boy. Chargers fans, I don't know about this one this week, man. This is tough. This is tough to watch. Chargers have been in kind of a pickle this season where they grab a bunch of momentum with a huge play and kind of squander it at the last second. I think not getting points on the interception is causing a bit of a stir here right now. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson. It's going to be a handoff to Javonte Williams, who's going to cut and pick up maybe a yard or two extra after falling forward. It's going to be a 2nd and long coming up. Nice tackle by Asante Samuel Jr., and that's going to take us likely to the end of the first quarter. Announcers are talking about how Sean Payton has turned the Broncos around in terms of how they are grooming the offense to revolve around Russell Wilson, which is exactly what you want to see. Might not be the most exciting offense to watch the Broncos, but they are certainly catered towards their quarterback. Oh, man. Should have scored 3 in that turnover. I absolutely agree, Shirley. This week in particular, you cannot leave points on the board, man. You definitely have to go for the 3 when you have the opportunity, because the Broncos will. I think Will Lutz in the previous 3 games has a combined like 36 points. Maybe it's 4 games. Either way, a ton of field goals. Just in field goals, by the way, taken by Will Lutz, not counting the extra points. 3 points could end up being the difference. Already have 3 drops this game. That's 20 since week 9. Oh. Kara. Some days I really, truly just can't. Just cannot. Of course, Herbert not having his best game this week. I understand that, but still. This has been tough to watch so far. In front of Papa Phil, dude. For those of you just joining us, the Broncos do have a 7-0 lead. We're in a commercial break, waiting for the Broncos offense to return to the field at the 30-yard line-ish, where the Chargers defense needs to come up with a stop. Gonna take a quick peek at the underdog here real quick, guys. If you guys want to get in on the action, be sure to use code DIRECTOR to match your first deposit up to $100. Here's what we got going on this week, man. I'm not feeling great about this one with the Justin Herbert 258 passing yards. We got 33 yards in the first quarter. That is a huge, huge yikes. Passing attempts might be okay, but we just need to get this offense on the field a little bit more consistently, man. We got a bunch of insured picks this week too, so we'll see what happens. But my God, it's not off to a good start. That's all I'm gonna say. Not off to a good start. Here comes 2nd and 7. It's going to be Williams who's going to push forward for a couple extra yards again. It's going to be a gain of 4. And the Broncos will have a 3rd and medium coming up. Rick Monterosa at the $5 house is watching here at SoFi. I don't know what's up with Justin Herbert. Looks confused and indecisive. Not qualities he's displayed early in games. This is concerning. Yeah, it's definitely not the Justin Herbert that we know and love. Hopefully he's able to shake it off and get out there back to his prime look, because this is definitely not normal. Here comes Russell Wilson, who's going to be under pressure and almost takes a sack. He's going to get away from it, though. It's going to be Kenneth Murray who closes in and tackles him. I don't know if it's going to be called a sack. It is going to be called a sack. Kenneth Murray gets the sack right there. And that's a 4th down. Chargers defense, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Nice plays by the defense. Gets the stop where we desperately needed it. Chargers will get another opportunity here on offense in the second quarter. We desperately needed that one, man. Let's see some canines in the chat. Defense is kind of saving our butts right now. The offense really needs to find a rhythm here. Thank you again there, Rick, for the $5 holla. Put a spy on Russ. I think if Canine's got a strength, he's usually pretty good in that role. And here comes the fair catch by Darius Davis. He's going to be fielding it inside the 15-yard line. Chargers offense coming back onto the field. And we're heading back to commercial. Herbert legit the best QB under pressure. Yeah, he is. He is definitely not looking like his normal self today, though. I'm going to say that. He looks a little bit off. And hopefully we just got to get that momentum back on our side, dude. Momentum is so huge. Confidence is so huge. Really probably should have taken that 3 points in the top of the game here. But hey, man, here we go. Down 7 points. Chargers need a drive. I feel like once the Chargers get that drive, the momentum returns in some way, shape, or form, and we have somewhat of a success going forward. But my God, right now it has not looked great. Seth coming in with the $5 as a director. If you can't smell what the bolts are cooking, take your... Yeah, Seth! Wah! Hey, Sab, man. Any squad, any place. Chargers, Bolt fam is here. And the energy's out there, man. Seth ready to knock some heads in the chat, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It's time for the Chargers to turn it on here, baby. Because that's all it really needs, man. That one play. You need that quite literal in terms of the Chargers. Whatever. We need a spark so badly. We need a spark on offense. And sometimes all it takes is that one big play to turn on that Justin Herbert and turn him onto that mode that we know. Here comes a 5 from Constellation Pegasus. He says, we need another Bobby Ross. We need some big plays out here, man. We need some help. We need some momentum. We need some offense. Please. 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 Want some more Darius Davis? Thank you so much for the 5 there, Pegasus. Pegasus. Chat saying that Zion is back. That's good to see. Alex in with the 5 says this team is so frustrating. I still love him. In Herbert, we believe. Let's make this the drive, Chargers. Come on. Here comes Jalen Guyton in motion. And Austin Eckler's going to turn a corner. Find some nice yardage there on this carry. It's going to be a pickup of about 4 or 5. Second and medium coming up for the Chargers. Nice play by Austin Eckler. He's had a really tough season running the football this year. So far, this game not looking too shabby, if I might say so myself. Come on, Chargers. Second and 5 coming up. We need some momentum. Isaiah Spiller in at running back. Getting a couple of carries this week. Really good to see. Haven't seen much of him this season. And the Chargers might be looking to run it again here. Second and 5, Justin Herbert. It's a play action. Lots of heat. And Herbert is going to find the tight end, Gerald Everett, and pick up the first down. Chargers. Yes, keep those tight ends involved, baby. That's what we want to see. And guess what? That helps the underdog quite a bit, too. I got a bunch of Gerald Everett this week. I have 31.5 passing yards, and I think that one's going to hit for sure. Justin Herbert, he's got the wrapping back on the finger. Is that the same finger from earlier in the season? Is that the same finger? First and 10. I think Spiller's still the running back out there. And it's going to be another play action. Herbert's going to find nobody underneath. It's going to be Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver. Second and 10 coming up for the Chargers. The Broncos' pressure's just getting in there all day today, which is surprising. The Broncos haven't been the best team in terms of pressure this season, and they're having themselves quite a day. They might need to get Herbert outside the pocket a little bit more this game. The Chargers' protection is just not there this week. Here comes a three-man rush by the Broncos, and the Chargers and Justin Herbert are going to get the ball to Keenan Allen in triple coverage, and Keenan still almost came down with it, but couldn't hang on through the contact. It's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up. The Broncos selling for the pass that down. Here comes 3rd and 10, and we might see a similar look here by the Broncos. Got to convert, man. Got to convert. Offensive line has been not performing very well this week. Broncos looking like they're going to send the heat. Watch out, Herbert. We got to find somebody open quick. Close formation for the Chargers. And Keenan Allen lining up outside. Broncos sending everybody. Justin Herbert tries to hold on to the football. And he's going to get sacked, hugely sacked, and maybe even fumbled the ball. I think he was down. But my goodness, it is a 4th and 20 for the Chargers offense. And absolutely no help from the offensive line that play. Josh Kelly trying to get a chip in on Singletary, and that's just not going to happen. Singleton, I think, right? Wow. I know Herbert's not having the best week this week, but you definitely can't blame that drive on him, as J.K. Scott's going to barely get this punt away. And huge punt. It's going to go all the way back for a touchback. Wow, 83-yard punt. J.K. still out here looking for that game ball. Wow, and J.K. got hit. I don't know what's going on with the offensive line this week, man, but holy crap. It has been ugly. It has been ugly this week. It has been so ugly this week. The protection is just not there. Who's out with a chest injury? You saying Jay Jettas? Don't tell me that, man. I just put him back in my fantasy lineup this morning. Jay Jettas is on the sideline again after picking up 3 points. What a season. I'll just say that. This is maybe my worst fantasy football season in the last 12 years for me, which is absolutely crazy to say. Still in love with Brandon Staley? What are you talking about? It has been so long since we've given Brandon Staley any kind of support here on the channel. I think the biggest misconception by Chargers fans at the top of the season was like, why are you such a big fan of Brandon Staley? It's like, no, I'm a big fan of the Chargers. If we're looking at firing Brandon Staley early in the season, that means the Chargers are sucking really, really hard. I don't want to see the team suck this hard this early. But lo and behold, it happened anyway. And now, of course, we certainly are hoping to see a change at coach by the end of the season for sure. What's going on with Slater and Zion this year? I don't know. It's been a down year across the board for the protection. Me too, bro. 3 and 10 and never had that record in fantasy. Let me tell you this. So I've won this. This is my big league, my big home league. I've won 4 out of 12 years, right? Which is pretty good, right? It's pretty good. This is by far my worst record. I am sitting at 3 and 10. Wow, dude, Red. Me and you today, man. This week I'm playing Miss Director, by the way. Mrs. Director is my opponent. Wow, I think thanks to New Orleans defense, we might win it. But still, I mean, it's going to be close. It's always close, especially now that Jay Jettas is out. So crazy. I think our punter just broke some kind of record. Here comes another reception by Javonte Williams, who's going to pick up a huge first down. And they're going to have the ball in and around the 35-yard line after about a 15-yard pickup by Javonte Williams. Gun Show coming in with the $2 Zion Johnson with another unblocked blow. But yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad, right? The protection is so fickle. Thank you so much, Gun Show. Here comes Constellation Pegasus with $5 says, where did you buy your jersey at? My jersey? I just got it in the Charger shop. I got this one at the Charger shop. By the way, if you guys are ever buying a jersey from the Chargers shop, not NFL shop, Chargers shop, at checkout, use code, I think it's BoltUpLA. It'll take 30% off. 30%. I have not paid more, I think, than around $100 for a jersey in a long time. And that code's been up since they moved to Los Angeles. I've been using that every single year. BoltUpLA. I'll actually even type it in the chat. I've been using that for years. 2nd and 1. Broncos, where are we even at? The 40-yard line? It's going to be a direct handoff to, or not direct, but it's going to be a handoff to the fullback who's going to pick up the first down with ease. Broncos now close to midfield at the 45-yard line. 10 minutes left in the first half. Yeah, BoltUpLA. You guys want jerseys at a reasonable price? Chargers shop, BoltUpLA. That's the way to do it. Maybe one day we'll get sponsored. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson. The strong formation to the left side. And Russell Wilson's audibling at the line. And it's going to be a run to the weak side. Nope, play action. Russell Wilson looking for a target. Fires deep down the right side of the field. And, oh, it's going to be dropped. Jerry Jeudy wide open. Drops the pass. It would have been it would have been a huge first down inside the 5, maybe. Jerry Jeudy just doesn't have the hands today, man. That would have been a huge, huge pickup for the Denver Broncos. What happened there by Jeudy? Why couldn't he get home? Oh, that's crazy. Throws outside of Derwin James, and Jeudy just couldn't position himself for the grab. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Broncos. Got lucky there. Here comes a handoff to the running back, and Javonte will pick up 3 or 4. It'll be 3rd and medium coming up. Wow. Am I a Keenan Allen fan? Love me some Keenan Allen, man. Everyone got a little Slayer. Everybody got a little Slayer in the fan base part of their brain if you're a Chargers fan. I don't know what that was by Derwin, but man, that was close. That would have been instant points for the Broncos, for sure. And the Broncos are going to burn a timeout here with just under 9 minutes left in the first half. It'll be 3rd and 6 coming up in just a moment. Just point of the year, if we lose this, is pretty much done. Yeah, unfortunately, Chargers fan, the realistic situation here, if the Chargers do lose this week versus the Broncos, our chances to make the postseason go down to less than 1%. Essentially resetting the clock on the 2024 season. The one thing that you might say, hey, maybe this could happen, and I'm actually going to call it, because I don't know how you can be this dumb if you're the Chargers at this point. If the Chargers lose this game today, I would have done this weeks ago, but I would 100,000,000% fire Brandon Staley tomorrow and give the team to Kellen just to see what we got for the last few games. Just kick the tires on Kellen, please. Just see what we got. If it doesn't work out, whatever. You know? Let's go after a big name in the offseason. But maybe the Chargers were just truly waiting until our chances at the postseason were close to 0. Maybe that's what they were doing. I don't know. I think it's far too late now, but still, I want to kick the tires on Kellen Moore so badly. I want to kick the tires on Kellen Moore so badly, because what if he's good? And he gets an offer with another team, like the Panthers want him, Boise State wants him, as their head coach, mind you. What if he does have something and we let him go, and it's another Stefanski story or something ridiculous, right? Like, I don't want to see that again. Brian coming to the $2 house, 83-yard punt, freaking fantastic bolt up. Yeah. JK might end up being the game ball this week again, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you never know, man. You never know. The Chargers, of course I want to see this team stay alive as long as possible. I do believe behind Justin Herbert, they got a good shot as anybody in the postseason. I don't want to see them lose this game, man. They got to pull themselves together, man. They got to pull themselves together. So far, the offense and the protection in particular has been absolutely awful. Let's bounce back, man. All it takes, again, is that one spark. It really does. That's all it really does take, is that one spark. We got to find it. I need to see Justin Herbert turn it on. Come on, man. Let's get a spark, baby. Here comes, after the commercial break, Russell Wilson and the Broncos on 3rd and 6. Can the Chargers get a stop? Looks like they're gearing up to blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, and they send the house. And it's going to be Eric Kendricks who gets home. That's a sack for the Chargers D. Let's go, Kendricks. 6 is in the chat. Kendricks has been fantastic the last 2 weeks. And the Bolts find a way to stay alive. We're about to see a punt by the Broncos, and the Chargers will get another shot on offense here in the first half to try and tie this game. Come on, baby. Let's go. Lord Vader with the $2 hollers. This dude more sucks. No point in giving him a chance. I mean, who knows at this point? Let's say you're completely right, Lord Vader. Let's say that, by the way, thank you, Lord Vader. Let's say that you're completely right, that we hand him the team for 3 weeks and we still suck. How different would that be if we just let Brandon finish the season, right? I think it would be exactly the same, but now we completely know that Kellen Moore isn't the answer. We don't have to even consider it at the end of the season, right? So it's kind of like a win-win. If whether you're a Kellen Moore fan or not, it's a win-win for the team to evaluate what Kellen has to offer as a coach, right? And maybe on that 1% chance that, maybe he does have what it takes to be the next coach. Maybe he does lead the team in a winning streak, and he does figure out a culture that we like to see. That's what you're kind of just protecting at that point, is just the chance that maybe something exists there. But I think more than likely, you're looking at like a 90% chance that probably doesn't end up that way, and at least we can move on from that option. You know what I mean? Because if we don't, I 100% guarantee you this offseason, the Chargers are going to be like, all right, let's see what we got in Kellen Moore. He's really close to the top of our list. We know him. We know other teams want him. If we give him some chances and he doesn't live up to it, then at least they're going to say, well, it's probably not going to be Kellen this year. We can move on to some other names. Tara coming in with the $5 haul. She says, at this point, line up Mac Williams, Fox, and Slater on the offensive line. They would block better than this. I mean, I don't know if I could argue against that right now, Tara. It's been painful to watch. Justin Herbert's been running for his life. 2 sacks already, right? Is it 3 or 2? Either way, it's been bad. It has been bad this week. We got to find a way to keep him upright, man. I think for Kellen, you got to chalk up some plays that help him escape the pocket a little bit more, because that pressure's coming. And it's coming hard, dude. Well, the only other alternative for all you guys is in the chat that really hate Kellen Moore with the fiery passion. I get that, okay? That could still be the case. You guys could be completely right. And you know what? I'm kind of leaning towards that. You guys are right. The only other option I could see the Chargers doing if we do move on from Brandon Staley to get a guy in now, the only thing I've been hearing that could be a possibility is Bill Belichick. But in that situation, the Chargers would need to give up draft capital to get him in right away. You know what I mean? There's a big chance that the Patriots don't want to just let go of Bill Belichick. They're going to want something in return. And it could be a transaction that happens late in the season. I would rather them just wait till afterwards and not give up any draft capital at all. But it's an option. It's something that I've been hearing a little bit about. Yeah, a lot of commercials this week, man. River's probably shaking his head right now. I hope not. Better question is, will the players play for more? Maybe it's less of play for more and play harder because they see change where they felt it was really necessary. You know what I mean? Sometimes just a move can fire you up. Sometimes just action can get you excited to step up. Maybe that's what the Chargers need right now. Andrew coming in with a $2 haul says, why is the O-line injured so much? Medical staff is bad. Chargers have had a legendary history with injury. By the way, this last play was a 6-yard carry by Isaiah Spiller. Not bad. I don't know what to say about that. Chargers, they got to go back in time and not slap that gypsy or something. Here comes 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert surveying the field, fires over the middle, and he's going to hit his man. It looks like Guyton. Is it Guyton? Yes, it is Guyton. And that's going to be a pickup of 8 yards and a first down for the Chargers. Let's go. First down. Brandon's side of the ball has been better, to be honest. Yeah, in the last 4 or 5 weeks, I definitely agree with that. And Bobby brings up a really good point here. Give Ficken the coaching duty. His group has been doing the best. I would definitely not be opposed to that either. Here comes a carry by Isaiah Spiller, and he's going to get walloped for a -1 yard. The Broncos think they have a turnover, but I'm very sure that Spiller's knee was down, obviously, for a while before he let go of the football. Spiller. Yeah, he was down. It'll be 2nd and long for the Chargers. Thoughts on Fisher? Jim Fisher at head coach. I don't know, dude. A lot of people have been saying Fisher and Rex Ryan. I don't know if I would be opposed to any change at this point, especially with anybody with experience. Chargers over the middle is going to find Austin Eckler. And Eckler has a huge first down. Nice play, Eckler. Nice play. We've been waiting to see that version of Eckler for a long time. Let's go, Eckler, please, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Word is he's too advanced for college offenses. I don't know, man. I would entertain it. I think. I don't know. Let's go, Eckler. Here comes Justin Herbert on the play action. He's going to hit his guy, Gerald Everett, who's going to spin out of the first tackle. Everett's not going down. That was a lot of work for 3 yards. And it'll be 2nd and long for the Chargers offense after Everett gets taken down by 3 or 4 different defenders. Wow. Tara says, where is Parm? I don't know yet. Then you got to get Parm more involved. I would love to see more Parm on the outside. You know what I mean? Thank you for the $5 hollers, Bobby and Burrell. Appreciate you guys' support. Pegasus coming back with a 5. I like the name Lord Vader. Make him head coach. But he put down any rebellion in the locker room. 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert under pressure is going to fire over the middle. Is that chicken Parm? We got a Parm sighting just for Tara. And the tight end's finally getting involved. This is the offense I was hoping to see this week. And the Chargers offense is showing some life, baby. Showing some life. Is that what we saw a couple of weeks ago with J.C. Jackson? He is part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take him away. Here comes 1st and 10. And they're going to throw it. Keenan Allen's going to throw the football. Oh, he was getting sacked. What a wacky play. We've already seen that play once this season. I think Keenan had a touchdown, but underthrew it because he was getting sacked. Wow, this is the 2nd time they've called this play. It was a Keenan Allen pass. Or I should say, Justin Herbert hit Keenan Allen on the swing, and then Keenan went right back and tossed it over the middle of the field. It probably would have been a touchdown. 2nd and 10 coming up. Wow. Here comes Justin Herbert, and the pressure is just so unstoppable right now by the Broncos. Another huge sack by the Broncos. This time it's Josie Jewell, and it's going to be a 3rd and forever. This line is so not good today, man. Oh, my God. Everybody pulled left. Pressure came in right. That's the easiest sack Jewell's ever going to have in his career, dude. He just came in free. I don't know what to say about that, man. 3rd and 16. Chargers just maybe might be looking for an arm punt here. Broncos might be setting 4 again. They are. Justin's got some time. He's going to check down. It's Austin Eckler. Eckler had a chance at it. He'll be just short of the first down, maybe 2 yards short. But that's going to be in field goal range. Let's put some points on the board, man. Come on. Take the 3. Take the 3. Take the 3. Oh, my God. Here comes the offense to go for it on 4th down, man. Here we go. 4th and 2, and Justin Herbert staying on the field. You have to get this one, man. If you don't get this one, oh, my God, it would be devastating. Oh, my God, it would be devastating. Here comes Justin Herbert and the Chargers. You've got to convert here, man. Justin Herbert under pressure. There was a flag. Herbert's going to throw it on the run, and it is intercepted at the 5-yard line, but there is a flag. I think there was an offsides. I think there was offsides. It's going to be declined by the Broncos, and they're going to have the ball in and around, what, the 5-yard line. Oh, wait. We got called for a legal shift. It's Broncos ball. I totally thought that the defense encroached. Wow. Brandon Staley now 0-2 for 4th down attempts inside. Where were we? On our side of the field. I'll just say that. I don't even know what to say, man. Rick says, I'm getting the feeling that this is the game Staley has to win or he gets canned. The disparity I'm seeing right now kind of pushes me in that direction too, man. Oh. We could have had Coach Payton. It feels so personal. Why does Brandon Staley hate us? Why does Brandon Staley hate us so much? What did we do? We've been loyal fans. We've been out here. We've been throwing down for the Bolts since 06. Like, what did we do? Why does it feel so personal? 1st and 10, Russell Wilson's going to hit another deep ball. And Jerry Jeudy's going to drop another one. Asante, nice coverage there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Did I just throw down for... I threw down for Jeudy. I think it was just targets, though, right? Where did I... I know I played Jeudy. Yeah. Oh, I got receptions. Gross. Why would I do that? I mean, it's actually not looking too bad this week. We got some insurance in there, too. Tara coming in and says, team acts like they never seen a blitz before. I don't know what to say. The protection is so bad. We need Corey Linsley. I fully believe, Tara, that this same group of guys with Corey Linsley would look vastly different. Here comes a play underneath of the tight end. There's flags everywhere. What's this flag going to be? I fully believe that, Tara. Thank you. It's unbelievable. Chris coming in with the 5 says, I know. It's not looking good so far, but it's still only 7-0. It definitely isn't out of reach yet. But my word, it's been bad. Holy cow. Pegasus coming back with a $5. Has been a fan since 79. I don't feel too bad. For great quarterback, this debacle of a year won't last. It'll get better. I 100% believe that too. We got guys, we got Phillip Rivers up there right now. Second and 20. It's Javonte who drops it. Sorry, Phillip Rivers up there, man. No matter how mad I am right now, just seeing him back there and seeing him in SoFi Stadium, that makes me tremendously happy. He's talking about Gates and how great he was. Oh, man. Some of my best memories watching Chargers football were behind number 17, dude. Thank you, Rivers. Here comes a pass underneath to the running back on 3rd and 20, so they're going to get... Chargers going to get another shot here on offense before the second half starts up. There is a little chippiness on the sideline. It looks like Thule in company. But the Chargers will have a 2-minute offense opportunity here in just a second. Hey, let's throw some 17s in the chat for our guy Philip Rivers and 85s in the chat for our guy Antonio Gates, who's up for the Hall of Fame here, man. Please and thank you, dudes. Some of my best memories as a football fanatic were behind those two individuals. Rivers to Gates. Touchdown, San Diego Chargers. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Isaiah or Isaac coming up with $2 hollers says, "Hey, Mr. Director, how are the Bears?" The Bears. The Bears was a fun one, man. That was a fun one. Captain OBJ with the 2 says, "Even if we lose 050, I doubt the front office fires him. If they were waiting for something, it would be us being eliminated from the playoffs. I would hope that's it." I didn't see what, Hugo? I want to find a woman who looks at me the way Director looks at Rivers. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I started dreaming off here, man. Just remembering all the good times, man. Holy crap. Those are some good days. We didn't even know it. We were just living in the good days. Stay woke. I don't know what your agenda is here, man. We've talked about this several times. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to boot you, dude. Nobody's hiding anything. Of course we were pulling for Brandon Staley back when we had a shot at the postseason. And of course we don't want to see him here now. Not for a long time now. Anara. Get Lord Vader to the locker room quick. Please and thank you. Man. Good to see Rivers again, dude. I should have worn my Rivers jersey today. I actually don't know where it is. I had 2 of them, actually. I might have one up there in white. No, I had 3, actually. It's up there somewhere. You guys want to, like, one day I'll take a photo of my closet. There's, like, if this is my whole closet, like, this much space here is, like, for my actual clothes. And then I've got, like, this much space here for my jerseys. We got a lot of jerseys up there. After consideration, I'd take Darth Sidious as our new head coach. I'm kind of okay with letting Moore find a head coach spot somewhere else. Bring in Belichick. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's Belichick's time to shine. You guys hear what's going on with Coach Harbaugh, too? Who I would love to see in the Chargers organization here, man. He would be so good with the Chargers. Unfortunately, rumor has it that Michigan wants to give him a big, fat contract, come back, and I don't know if the Chargers could match. I mean, they could, and they should, and it could still happen, but the likeliness of it happening went down tremendously because of all that. Why is Easton Stick in at quarterback right now? Looks like Easton Stick's getting ready to come in the game. Didn't see Herbert on the sideline, says Daniel Popper. What is happening? Where's Justin Herbert? Herbert's in the locker room? Are you serious? Richie says stick mode God mode activated. Well, let's go Easton Stick, but what's going on with Herbert? Here comes Easton Stick, who fires to the sideline. It's Keenan Allen who picks up a few yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. Justin Herbert is out with a finger injury. Return is questionable. Herbert may have hurt the index finger on his throwing hand. Somebody get Rivers a helmet, dude. Somebody get Rivers a helmet and pads. Stick's going to target the tight end, Everett. And it's 3rd and 7 coming up on the incompletion. Get Herbert. Get Phillip Rivers a helmet and pads, man. Oh, my God. Nightwave coming to the $5 can we get Coach Klein from the Water Boy? I bet he can coach better than Staley. I don't think anyone's going to argue against you there, man. Oh, my goodness. 3rd and 7. Easton Stick. He's going to fire it off. Nope, it is going to be blocked, and they're going to say it's a fumble and returned by the Broncos for a touchdown defensively. Broncos recover a fumble back for a touchdown, and it should be 14-0. They are reviewing the play. So if you guys are just joining us, Justin Herbert went to the locker room. We don't know what's going on. It looked not great. He injured his index finger on his throwing hand. Easton Stick comes in for a drive. They strip sack, fumble, return it for a touchdown. Broncos might be up 14-0. With a minute 44 left in the first half here in just a moment. They're reviewing the play. Looks like he broke his middle finger on the replay. They shouldn't bring Herbert back in, man. That's going to kill my underdog. But they shouldn't bring him back in. I have insurance, though, so we can still hit on a couple of these. But my God. Can we get Rivers to play? Unfortunately, we can't. But it would be such a feel-good thing if we could make it happen. Thank you for the 2 there, Max. Chris with the $5. This game's not over. I'm trying, director. I'm trying to stay positive here. Me too, man. Like, we got a whole half left to play out. We're down 1 score, maybe 2, depending on what happens here. But my God. Thank you for the positivity, though, Obi. I appreciate it. Dacko coming in with the 5. Now watch Herbert being out by B. Staley's scapegoat for losing and keep him around to the end of the season. I really hope that's not the case, man. I really hope that's not the case. Thank you for the 5 there, man. That Isaac $2 Hollis says, need more brewski. Yeah, everybody, let's pour it in. Let's pour it on. They're going to say no touchdown? Oh, thank God. 4th and 7. Chargers have an opportunity to punt here. Stick got the forward motion on the pass. And here comes JK with the next punt, man. Still down just 1 possession, which is good, but oh my God. Mims is going to return it at the zone 18, and the Chargers special team do a good job at pushing him out of bounds. Oh, the 30-yard line, actually. He's going to escape to get a few extra there. Yeah, we need turnovers. That's the only way we're going to win this game. We need turnovers. We need field position. Come on, man. Broncos got 2 timeouts and a minute and a half to work with here. Can't give up too much. Here comes their first pass. It's underneath to the running back. That's Pirine. And we're looking at a stopped clock at 1:24. Second and long coming up. Will coming in for almost a 30. 29 months. This is just sickening, man. Good God. Yeah, we're all trying. We're holding it together here. We're all holding it together here. 29 months. Thank you so much, dude. 2nd and 7. Wilson underneath is going to find Pirine again, who gets tripped up by Kenneth Murray. They pick up the first down. Down at the 40-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. Chargers can't let up more points here, man. It would be huge. It would be hugely hurtful to their chances here. We need the defense to really come through, man. Here comes Khalil Mack, almost got his sack. But Wilson's going to barely get it off, and it's going to be, I think, Pirine again, who picks up another 10 and a first down. They're going to say he's just short. 2nd down with 50 seconds left to go. Still got 2 timeouts. Come on, Chargers. You cannot let up any points here. They need about 10 yards to be in field goal range for Will Lutz. Here comes the pass rush. Wilson avoids the first sack by Murray, and he's going to throw it in the direction of Jerry Jeudy. It'll be incomplete. 3rd and 1 coming up. $5 Hall for Red. He says, on Gates Hall of Fame inductory game, too. It should be ashamed of themselves. The same thing happened. We had LT in the house not too long ago, and it was a pretty bad game that week, too. Thank you, Red, for the 5. I don't know what to say. I feel the same way. 3rd and 1 for Russ and the Broncos with 35 seconds left on the clock. 10 yards to get into field goal range. Here comes the run by Pirine, and Pirine's going to pick up 5. Plenty for the first down. The Broncos are going to burn their first timeout. Broncos about 5 yards away from field goal range with 1 timeout and 30 seconds left in the clock. Philip Rivers. Yeah, it's more like, gosh darn it. Dadgummit. Here comes Duggan. Duggan's not even on the squad anymore. 1st and 10. Broncos realistically have plenty of time to get into field goal range. Chargers need to find a way to get a stop here, man. We got to find a way to get a stop here. First and 10. Russell Wilson fires off to the sideline. Oh, my God, wide open. Number 85 is going to get the first down. Goes out of bounds. We might have gotten a face mask penalty on Alohi Gilman as well. This gives the Broncos a chance at a touchdown here. Broncos now at the 7-yard line. Who is that? Krull? I don't even know who this guy is. He just picked up like 30 yards. 23 seconds, a timeout. 1st and goal for the Broncos at the 7. And they're lining up I form. Doubt they're running it. It's going to be a play action. Russell Wilson on the move. Fires back at the end zone. Nobody home. It'll be 2nd and goal with 17 seconds left. And a timeout. Okay, so Justin Herbert, they've confirmed it's a finger injury, and his return is questionable. His return is questionable. We likely don't get an answer until after halftime. Second and goal. Russell Wilson sends number 38 out wide. It's Wilson. Fade to the back of the end zone. They're going to say touchdown Jerry Jeudy, but honestly, I think I saw a foot go out of bounds. We'll see. We'll see. I thought I saw a foot go out of bounds. I don't know if he got both feet in. Nice throw by Russ, but I don't think Jeudy got both feet in. First foot's down. Second foot's out. Second foot's out. That's out. That is not a touchdown. That is out. That is out. That is definitely out. Third and goal, y'all. Third and goal. Tight formation for the Broncos. Russell Wilson under pressure. He's got to escape the pocket. Wilson to the back of the end zone. It's incomplete for Cortland Sutton. It'll be fourth and goal and likely a field goal for the Denver Broncos. We do have the update here on ESPN. They do take the field goal. It's 10-0 Broncos going into the tunnel. Gavin coming in with the $5 house says, I should have never gotten my hopes up for this team. Every year I brought into the hype. Eventually I end up showing up for Herbert. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. You show up for your guys, man. You show up for your guys, and that's fine too. That's fine too. And like I said last week, it is your job as a fan to get your hopes up, to get hyped. You're doing your job. You're a good fan, right? It's the Chargers' responsibility to hold up their end of the bargain, and they're not doing that right now. But never feel bad for getting your hopes up, because that's why we love this sport, man. If every year we went in pessimistic, what's the point anymore after that? You got to find something to believe in. And if you're let down, that's not on you. Thank you for the 5, though, there, Gavin. Justin Jefferson's out again. It's piling on this week, man. I can't even... Oh, my Lord. So what happened to Jay Jettas? Was helped to the Vikings locker room after taking a major shot to the midsection in the second quarter. He managed to catch 2 catches for 77 yards before exiting. Wow. It would be 13-3 if the Chargers would have kicked the first kick. Yeah, I agree. It would be 6-10 if we took our points. Honestly. And the Chargers on that return are going to bleed the clock. It'll be 10-0 as the team goes into the tunnel for halftime. Shirley says, Director, what should we expect for the rest of the game today? If Herbert is out, it's going to be just horrible on offense. I would expect the Chargers trying to force feed the run a little bit more. Maybe try and get Keenan Allen open as much as possible underneath. But Easton Stick is not... He doesn't carry the same skill set as Justin Herbert in attacking that deeper part of the field. So the Chargers would basically simplify everything by checking down a lot more, getting more options open underneath, which might work. I don't know. $10 holla coming in from Bobby says, sorry to say, fam, we need a big offensive line work. Yep. It's been a bad all year. We thought we had a good offensive line, but as we see, Turbo getting hurt and no run game, I honestly think, man, truthfully and honestly think that the Corey Linsley injury has a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it. And, sure, I do think that maybe Zion hasn't turned out to be what we hoped he could be. Maybe switching him and Sawyer was a bad idea in terms of guard position. But center has turned out to be such a hugely important position for this team. We got to figure that out. Seth of the 5 says, most people get brought home in a blanket. My father wrapped me in a Junior Seau jersey. True story. My hopes are up every year. I still love the Bolts. Absolutely, Seth. Absolutely. I think 99% of fans in this chat aren't going anywhere. We're all going to be Chargers fans by the end of the season, no matter how horrible things could turn out. We're still hopeful it won't be that way. But it's tough. It's tough to be in these parts of the season, or let's just say parts of this franchise's history. We've been here before.
It's been bad all year. We thought we had good O-line, but as we see, Turbo getting hurt and no run game.
Yeah, it's been tough. Chiefs regressing, I know. Just as the Chiefs are regressing, we kind of implode, which is super unfortunate. Hopefully that continues next season as well. Yeah, guys. Hey, thank you so much to Bobby. Thank you so much to Seth. We've been here before, Chargers fans. If you've been a fan, I don't know, the last 10 years, maybe less sometimes, you'll know that there's seasons like this that are just so hard to stomach. Hopefully we can bounce back. I've seen the team go from like, what was our worst season? I can remember like 4 wins, I think, to like close to 12 with Phillip Rivers right before he left the Chargers. Like, you can get quick turnarounds, but we just need a head coaching change so desperately. I don't know how much is going to change until we figure out the leadership of this team. What position do you think we should take in the draft or free agency? Right now, my top priority in the draft, if it makes sense in terms of value, is corner. I think we really need a tight end as well if we don't keep Gerald Everett, which is a possibility. And honestly, receivers kind of climbing my list again with the huge possibility that we don't have Mike Williams next year. Keenan Allen might have another 2 years with us. And, of course, Josh Palmer. Not a bad option, but certainly not a 1 going forward. Yeah, I know you guys would love Brock Bowers. Bowers would be so huge. I would sell for Bowers, man. Bowers would be such a beast on this team. Such a beast on this team. But if we can get ourselves a nice corner, too, I wouldn't be upset about that. And honestly, and I don't think it would make any sense in our draft position to do so, but running back, and it's not going to be the best running back class, not like last year either. The running back's probably getting pretty up there, too, man. It really is. It really is. Jefferson was taken to the hospital. Are you serious? Man, I hope he's okay. We're all sitting here upset about his freaking fantasy implications, and the dude's like getting put in the hospital. I hope he's all right, man. That's really scary. It's 18, right? 18's in the chat. 10's in the chat for Justin, too. Seth coming with a $5 house says, hey, director, I think Herbo's mama mentality, I bet he's back. I hope so. If we get Herbert back in the second half, it's a completely different story. We're still in this game. If it's Easton Stick, we're not dead in the water, but it's certainly a much more difficult task to accomplish there. Here comes the Dallas crew, man. Director, you're the best at what you do. Thanks. However, we got some pretty salty, how positive Dallas Chargers fans hanging on. Takes loyalty. What's our strategy second half? Second half, a lot of underneath work and run game. Like, if you don't have Justin Herbert, you're going to have to force it. Defensively, you're going to have to get bold. You're going to have to send some serious heat. Hope to force a mistake or two here from Russell Wilson. That's what I would do if I were in charge. An aggressive defense and a very conservative offense. Just try and chip away some yardage and get into scoring position, because you could win this game with field goals if you can just chip away some yardage, man. Here comes Gavin again. Thank you again. The Dallas crew out here, man. Thank you guys so much for the support, dude. Week in and week out. Appreciate the love. Thank you, Seth, again for the 5. Here comes Gavin with the 2. You think the Chargers clean house after this? I think the Chargers are in a unique position because they've got pieces everywhere that I want to keep. Problem is, you're going to be forced to move on from some pieces because of the money situation with Justin Herbert's contract kicking in and some just too big of contracts being kicked down the road. Unfortunately, Khalil Mack could be in jeopardy of being cut. I think he's in a... Let's go together, guys. Let's actually look at this together. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here, okay? Khalil Mack in 2024 is hitting for almost $40 million. It's always kind of been assumed that he could get cut to free up $23 million. Joey Bosa, I know some people are kind of on this thing where we should cut him. He doesn't make nearly as much sense to cut. He's kind of like the opposite of Khalil Mack. It makes more sense to keep him around. Mike Williams is certainly, in my opinion, it's almost a 99% chance that he's going to get cut. $20 million freed. He's been injured. Unfortunately, it just makes a lot of sense there. Keenan Allen, we're hoping to see get extended. He was also kind of on the brink of like cut territory, but he's just been way too good to even consider that anymore. So I would extend him like 2 more years, try and spread that money out. And then lastly, I think that's what we're looking at. So, I mean, we could do this real quick if you guys want. Let's go to the calculator here. Real quick, though, we got a couple of super chats coming in from Zach Benson, who says, $5 holla, we let Sirianni and Steichen get away. We have a competent coach in Ficken who will let walk. I'd love to see Tomlin coach this team next year. It would be crazy if Tomlin coached this team. Thank you for the 5, man. And then Jashawn coming to the 2s. Director, please do a mock draft video. Yeah, it's coming. I promise you guys it's coming. It's been really crazy this holiday season, but we got some stuff cooking up I think you guys will enjoy. Thank you guys for the super chats. All right, let's do this together. So, unfortunately, and again, maybe this situation changes because of how well he's played this season. But in speculation, let's go ahead and say the Chargers do cut Khalil Mack or trade him or whatever. He's performed so well, we might actually have a chance to trade him. Get some more of this money off the books if possible. For sure, Mike Williams is probably going to get cut. And just those 2 cuts should put us back in the green, but only barely. Now the Chargers would have like $1 million to work with here. I really hope it's not the case, but it could be. Corey Linsley could be gone depending on his injury, which again isn't really football related. It's a heart issue. That's completely different. And if he needs to step away from football, that's totally acceptable in this situation, right? Derwin James, so that's a maybe, right? If he gets cut, it frees up, $8-9 million, whatever, but we don't know what's going on with him quite yet. And then Keenan Allen, we would probably extend. We'd probably, add 2 years to his contract and spread this money around a little bit, right? So I would say the Chargers probably, I don't know, just to kind of, for kicks and giggles, I'd say $6 million here, $6 million there, and then like $6 million here. Right? It's a very rough number. And then we'll spread this 2.5. Just to try and get that number down a little bit, because 17 mil is still a lot here, but I don't know. That's probably nowhere near what it could be, but it brings the number down quite a bit next season. It's just kind of on the fly thinking, which gives the Chargers a little bit of spending room here and keeps Keenan Allen around. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. But something's got to happen soon because, like we said, Justin Herbert's contract's starting to kick in 2024, 2025, and you're going to have to move some money around. You're going to have to move some money around. You're at that no choice part of the money. SB coming in with the 5 says, seeing Zay Flowers ball out in the fourth quarter today really just puts this season in perspective. Disappointment since the first round of the draft. Yeah, it's been tough, man. It's been especially tough this season. I'm sorry, Chargers fans. It really has been a rough ride this year. It's one of those seasons, man, and that's all I can say. It's just one of those years. BC coming in with the $10 holla says, let more coach so we can see what he got before he's gone. Also, McFadden, Sorrell, any middle D-line mixtures, mix it up. Can't get any worse. See what we got because things aren't working. I absolutely agree. I think the dumbest thing that you can do with a season like this is just stay the same and like bleed out until the end of the year. Why not test some stuff out while you got the opportunity? Like, yeah, it doesn't really count right now, but who cares? See what you got moving into next season. You know what I mean? Which includes especially the coaching. But you got players out there, too, that could maybe, see a little bit of playing time for evaluation's sake. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that comment a lot, BC. Thank you. Thank you for the $10 holla. Appreciate that. Phone line's been crazy. Yeah, here, give me 1 second, guys. I need to grab an energy drink or something. Very late night for the director. It's my own fault, okay? I decided to do the Elf on the Shelf thing this year for the first time, and my son, who is autistic, is eating it up, okay? But that usually means that around 4 or 5 in the morning, I hear, Dad! Dad! The elf made a huge mess! Get in here! The sleep's been a commodity lately, all right? Give me 1 second. The elf got into the marshmallows, Dad. It's adorable, but I also miss sleep. I miss sleep so much. Mark coming in with a possible update from Daniel Popper. Popper reports that Justin Herbert is not in the field to start the second half. Easton Stick warming up, confirmed by Hugo. Looks like we might be gearing up for a Easton Stick. Rest of the week, maybe even rest of the season, guys. Herb might be out. Oh boy. Yeah, we're getting ready to kick off. Antonio Gates on the sideline. And good to see him too, dude. Thank you, Gates. Thank you, Rivers and Gates, man, for a tremendous, we'll say childhood-ish, right? It was my teenage years, my high school years. Man, were those some of the best years of my life. And I loved, the Chargers were a huge part of that. That era of Chargers were a huge part of that. God, good to see those guys. Taking a look at Popper here, guys. Give me 1 sec. Underdog just said that, and confirmed by Daniel Popper, Herbert is not going to return today. That is it for Justin Herbert today. He is out with a finger injury for the rest of the game. He is ruled out. He is ruled out. Now, I hate to sound selfish here, guys, but please give me 1 second to check the underdog real quick. So basically, this is done. And this is done. But these two are still in play because we have insurance on these. So we need a reception from Williams, a touchdown by Sutton, some more some more yards by Kelly and Everett, and I think it's the same thing over here, but with Jerry Jeudy. So we still got room. We still got room to hit on these two. But as a Chargers fan, it's absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. We are without Justin Herbert for the rest of the day. It's Easton Stick coming in. Relief of Justin Herbert for the rest of the day. Man. Joseph coming with the 5 says, why not give Ficken a shot at head coach? I love that idea too, definitely. Ficken, I mean, sure, there's a huge chance that he could be gone next season as well. Kellen Moore, I've heard more about him getting chased this offseason. He finishes up by saying, Kellen Moore has not shown me anything, at least Ficken's side of the ball is competent. I think he's earned it. I would very much so be okay with that, too. Thank you for the 5, man. Here comes Ricardo with the 5. Because I bet Rivers telling himself, God, dang, the Chargers are still a horse mess. Yeah, probably, man. It's embarrassing a little bit. Kind of crap in the bed in front of Papa Rivers. Here comes Zach Benson with the 5. Says, if we cut Mike Dub, there's a 98% chance he's catching passes from Mahomes next year. I really hope that's not the case, man. I don't know if Williams would do us dirty like that. I can understand some other players like Gordon and Tranquil, but I'm not quite sure Mike Dub would do that. I mean, maybe, but I really hope not. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Here comes the second half of football. Denver Broncos starting on offense. They're going to start with an underneath pass to number 19. Is that Mims? It was Mims. He's going to pick up a couple of yards, and the Broncos will have a second down coming up, second and long coming up. Stick is just a different quarterback. You're going to have to throw a lot of underneath stuff with Stick. You're going to have to regress a little bit in terms of like the Joe Lombardi days a little bit. Just get a lot of underneath work cooked up. 2nd and 7. Here comes the carry. It's by McLaughlin, and McLaughlin's going to pick up 5-ish yards. It'll be 3rd and short coming up for the Broncos. 3rd and 1 or 2 for the Broncos. They're around the 30-yard line. 3rd and 1. Third and 1, Broncos lining up to run. Chargers looking to sell out versus the run. Here comes the carry. And it was a QB sneak, and it's blown up by the Chargers. It'll be a 4th down, baby. 4th down around the 35-yard line. Chargers get a stop here, man. Let's go. Let's go. Nice stop by the Chargers. Nice stop by the Chargers. Broncos are going for it at 4th and 1. I think this speaks more to how unintimidated they are by Easton Stick. 4th and 1, up by 10. Here come the Broncos. It might be a direct snap to the fullback. They're just trying to get them to jump. There is a flag. I think it's a delay a game versus the Broncos. They're going to go out there and punt. All right. Now, if you guys are looking for hope in this Easton Stick half of football, it's that the Broncos are a particularly bad second half team. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see if Stick can throw one together, dude. We'd love to see Stick go out there and get a dub here, man. For Rivers and for Gates and for the Royal Blues, dude. Let's put together a drive here, Stick. Come on, let's do it. This is going to be a particularly tough post-game video on Bleacher Report. If you guys don't know, we have a Bleacher Report show after the game most weeks. It's going to be a tough one this week, man. I don't even know what the heck we're going to talk about. Hopefully we're talking about the miracle drive or the miracle half by Easton Stick, how he came back from the dead and brought this Chargers team to life, and we figured out how to move the football. But if not, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we're pulling for Easton Stick, man. Hopefully we see some nice adjustment by Kellen Moore. This is where his pedigree can come into play. If Kellen Moore is very prepared to roll out with Easton Stick, and he's got a game plan in his back pocket of how to check down and create plays underneath for Easton to capitalize on, maybe use a little bit of that mobility. I can't rule out the Chargers quite yet. It would definitely help Kellen Moore's resume here a little bit too. So come on, man, let's get Easton Stick out there and see what we can do. Let's cook something up. For those of you just joining us, yes, Justin Herbert has been declared out for the rest of this week, maybe even the rest of the cup, maybe the rest of the season. Who knows? Finger injuries, in particular, for the index finger in your throwing hand, are very serious. Like, that's gonna really screw up your season. Hopefully, he's okay, and we see him back sooner than later. But for right now, it's the Easton Stick show in the second half versus the Broncos. They got to find some momentum, man. I hope they got a game plan in their back pocket. Maybe a defensive touchdown. That would be huge. Again, you can't rule anything out at this point. Like, Chargers are going to have to get creative to get some points on the board versus Denver. Come on, man. Herbert's notification on Yahoo Fantasy. Let me go see that. Actually, I play on Yahoo, so I'm going to go see what this says real quick. I think Mrs. Director has Herbert. I don't think she started him this week, though. Oh, she does not have Herbert. Who has Herbert? Herbert says, rule out the rest of the game. Herbert won't return this game against the Broncos due to a right finger injury. Herbert previously dealt with a fractured middle finger on his non-throwing hand this season, but this new concern impacts his throwing hand. Considering he's been ruled out. By the way, here comes a carry for Eckler up the middle, who almost picks up a first down, 9 yards. The Chargers have the ball at the 31. Considering he's been ruled out this time around, his status now will need to be monitored to get some sense of his availability for Thursday's game against Vegas. Yeah, it's a Thursday game, by the way, coming up and beyond. For the time being, Herbert will yield quarterback duties to the Chargers to Easton Stick. There you have it. There you have it. 2nd and 1, where the Chargers likely going to start forcing the run game here a little bit. Here comes, this time, Austin Eckler on the outside. Picks up the first down and a little extra. And we got a little offense here, man. We got a little offense. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Chargers are going to have to really step it up here on the run game. And so far, so good. A first down. Chargers moving the ball close to the 40-yard line. It's Eckler's time to shine. Antonio Gates now eligible for the Hall of Fame, getting his sideline shatter. Good to see him, man. Here comes another carry by Eckler. He's going to cut to the inside. Spins out of the first tackle. Picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line. Hugo says on the bright side, we have a top 10 pick, Brock Bowers. If Justin Herbert's out for the rest of the season, I would say the Chargers are very likely going to get a top 10 pick. And I would say very likely Brock Bowers would be available. I don't remember where Kyle Pitts got picked up. It could be earlier. Never know. But a top 10 pick, Chargers will get a quality player. Here comes Easton Stick. Fires middle of the field. And holy cow, almost intercepted. But instead it's Keenan Allen. Oh, that was so close. And that is Keenan Allen's 900th career reception. And it was almost intercepted. Thank you, Keenan. Thank you, Stick. And they are saying that Keenan Allen, I think he's the emergency quarterback. By the way, if you guys were wondering. Here's Isaiah Spiller in the backfield. Keenan lining up in the slot, top of the screen. Here comes a carry by Spiller. Spiller finds a nice space to run on the left side, and he'll pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and medium coming up. Veteran coming in with a $5 haul says, not going to lie, should be 6 and 10 right now. Staley made bad decisions going for and 4th down. Hope to wake up. Notification say he's been let go. I think if you guys have been looking for like the timing of when the Chargers would typically let people go, or any team would typically let people go, even a stubborn team like LA, tomorrow would probably be your best bet. So just keep your phone notifications on or whatever. We'll obviously do a video if that happens. Here comes a pitch to Spiller. Spiller with a head of steam. Almost gets the first down. It'll be 3rd and short. Nice run by Spiller. Some physicality there, man. I like what I saw there, dude. Good for Spiller. But we'll obviously do a video if Staley does get let go tomorrow. And the reason that, if you're looking for the timing to work out, the reason why tomorrow could be more likely than not, or more likely than most other times this season, is because if the Chargers lose this game, statistically they're out of the playoffs. I'm still hoping that's not the case. I hope they find a way to win this one. But just stay frosty. Here comes I-form for the Chargers. McFadden in at fullback, and it's going to be a carry by Spiller, and Spiller may have got the first down. I think they're going to mark him just short. And this is going to be a 4th down try. Like, obviously, you're going to have to go for this one. All Cow coming in with a $2 haul says, just take the night off, man. Thanks, dude. I appreciate the thought. We're here for the long haul, man. Even when the Chargers have had some of their worst seasons, I was always there. And back in the day, I was a really, really poor filmmaker. I was a guerrilla filmmaker, not a dime to my name. Didn't have the money to go out and get, back then, the Sunday ticket with DirecTV and all that. So I was at a sports bar or something every single week, getting crap slung at me from all the Broncos fans in the area and Raiders fans in the area. But I never missed a game, even in those tough seasons. I don't know if I've missed a Chargers game in 10 years. I think I've seen every single Chargers game for 10 years. I don't think I've missed a single one. 4th and inches. Chargers, I think, just burned a timeout. They're going to reconsider what they're going to do here. I think the only Chargers game I ever missed was when I was visiting my wife's family in Alabama and we just didn't have internet. And I think even then, I caught the second half because I drove into town to find internet to watch it on my phone. $2 holla coming in from Jordan says, Keenan, the fastest to 900 receptions in history. Yes, Keenan. Thank you. Thank you. Here comes 4th and inches. And the Chargers got to get this, man. You've got to get this, dude. McFadden's still in at fullback. Broncos are really crashing in there, man. Hopefully it's an outside run. And they're going right up the middle, and Spiller can't get there. It's going to be well short. Chargers turnover on downs again for the 3rd time today. Danny Fan coming with a $5 holla. I'm not going to read that one, Danny, but I'm not going to say I disagree. And I'm not going to word it the same way you worded it, but I will say that there's very few things, if anything, on God's green earth that would make me root against the Chargers winning a football game. Literally, I don't think there's anything out there that would make me root against them, ever, even today. But observation for observation's sake, it's going to be a tough one to win. And if you guys are looking for a bright side in a loss here, it's that the timing of a Brandon Staley firing could not be better than tomorrow if we do lose this game. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Where's Xander Horvath? Horvath got let go again, dude. We drafted him. We let him go. We picked him up again. We let him go. We need that short yardage guy. We need that short yardage guy. We're not tanking. We're just bad. Yeah. I kind of, yeah. I don't know if I can disagree with that, dude. It's just been such a poorly managed football team this year. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Troy says Dan Quinn for head coach, Kellen Moore for offensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier, defensive coordinator, Ficken for special teams. You guys really in on Dan Quinn, huh? You guys really in on Dan Quinn? I mean, who knows? He's got some experience. I guess there's a lot worse out there. I don't really feel it for Dan Quinn, if I'm being honest. That's not really like, if I had a choice of coaches, he's probably a little bit further down there for me. I think we're going to have some coaches with quite a bit of pedigree available this offseason. And the Chargers head coaching job would be at the top of all of their lists. So realistically, if the Chargers are willing, I think that they could certainly get a pretty big name in there if they wanted to. Question is if they want to. Because Peyton was literally trying to knock down their door last year. And here he is whooping our butts here in Week 14 at SoFi Stadium in front of Papa Phil and Gates. So I don't know. Nominated director for Coach of the Year. Thanks, Prism. Hey, you see me on Madden, maybe. If it's the Madden Awards, sure. But, man, if it were my choice, who we get for head coach next year would be, I would sell out for Bill Belichick. There's a lot of talk about him wanting to come to coach the Chargers. I think you would be a fool not to take the most Super Bowl winningest head coach that I will have maybe ever seen in my whole life to come coach us. Even if he's a little older and he wasn't so good without a good quarterback, without Tom Brady, he would have Justin Herbert. He leads great. His entire career, pretty much, he's led a very good defense, if not one of the best defenses in the league. That's kind of who I want. I would also love Jim Harbaugh. I think him and Belichick are very, very close to me. Harbaugh may end up being better for this team. I don't know how Judy's going to pick up a reception here, by the way. I don't know how likely that is, considering his situation with Michigan. It could be. I don't know. Suspension also comes into play there. But I would be very happy with Harbaugh. And then after that, it's a bunch of maybes and nobody. I mean, like Tomlin, I don't know if they're going to let him go, right? I would doubt it. Maybe. He'd be interesting. Johnson, I don't know. There's a lot to consider here. So Judy is going to pick up almost a first down there. Here comes 3rd and short for the Broncos. Mims in motion. It's going to be a play action. Oh, Khalil Mack almost picked up a sack. Instead, it's going to be passed underneath to Javonte Williams, who's going to pick up the first down. Sorry, guys. I got to check the underdog here real quick. So Javonte is going to hit those receptions. I think he just hit it. I don't know if it's been updated here. Herbert's not going to hit. Tough sledding, but it could still happen. Hugo. Director, how you feel if the Spanos hire another first-time coach next year? I would be very disappointed. I'd be very vocal about it, too. 1st and 10. Russ is going to load one up. He's going to toss it to the end zone. Holy guacamole. There's a touchdown, Cortland Sutton. Oh, my God. 46-yard touchdown to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to get PI on Mike Davis as well. That's going to be declined. Hey, at least we got a hit on the underdog. We were just looking at that. There's Cortland. And that's one of them, like, fire ones or whatever. It's got multipliers on it. So 0.75. Hey, man, we got that one. Woo, whatever. Oh, man, I'm never going to say that again. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the bright side here, dude. That is just awful. 46 yards. And Cortland brought that in with one hand, dude. Derek Lawson hit the Wilson-Sutton stack on FanDuel. Good on you, man. Oh, man, I might need a beverage after this game, dude. I don't know how I'm going to stand up in front of all you guys in Bleacher Report. You know what Bleacher Report sometimes feels like? It feels like I'm on the debate team, and it's time for me to stand up in front of everybody and go, like, tell everybody why it's okay. We're all going to be okay. You know? And most of the times I don't know what to say. This week, I think it's going to be more of a venting session, honestly. I think I know what I want to do this week. It's going to be bad. Here comes Abraham with a 2. He says, hello, darkness, my old friend. I spoken perfectly, man. I don't know what to say here. I don't know what to say here. Broncos are leading 17-0. Chargers offense, very little hope without Justin Herbert. Defense is getting torched by Russell Wilson. It is gruesome out here, man. Isaac with a 2 says, definitely time for more brewskis. Cheers, director. Hey, cheers, Isaac. Cheers, my friend. Find joy in a better place. Drift away into blissful ignorance of the Chargers situation today, man. I envy you. Well, what do you guys want to talk about? I know there's a lot of people in here right now that are struggling to find any hope in this game. I get it. It's fine. I'm hoping that we find a way. I doubt it, but let's talk at least, man. Let's begin the healing process. Like we got work to do this year and next year, man. Gio says, what's my favorite Star Wars movie? Personally, my favorite Star Wars movie is A New Hope. I think the best Star Wars movie is definitely Empire Strikes Back, but my personal favorite is A New Hope. I've seen that movie so many times. And I remember where I was and what the color of the tile was in the theater that I saw it in. It was a re-release. And how much it blew my mind the first time I watched it. Let's talk about world peace. I love it, Lionel. He just says, new GM, new head coach, new players, new everything. Yeah, it's tough. Bobby says, there's still a chance. There's still a chance, Bobby. There's still a chance. Never let go. Never surrender. Thank you for the 2, dude. We're tanking for Belichick. Nightwave says, Return of the Jedi is your all-time favorite. Hey, I don't hate it, dude. I don't hate it. I did when I was a kid because they killed Boba Fett. And I loved him so much in Empire. I was like, what are they doing? If you guys didn't know, like, I have a full, like, get-up, if you guys didn't know that. Like, that's who I was for Halloween. Like, I got a full set of, like, legit armor. I'm, like, a huge Boba Fett fan. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys something. Hang on. So this is the helmet. This is all handmade, by the way. But it's not just any helmet. Like, this is meant to be, like, worn. Like, it's like a little Cadillac in there. So there's a cable sticking out. That's how you charge it. But there's, like, legit, like, fans and microphones and, like, wiring. It's, like, super comfortable in there. And I got the full get up, like the whole armor, the jetpack, everything. It's like my Boba Fett's like a super unhealthy obsession. The Chargers and Boba Fett, man, that's the director for you. Easton Stick just hit Keenan Allen for what would have been a first down. I think they're going to say it was incomplete. Let's hit some of these super chats here, man. Lawrence says, this is sadly abysmal. Staley bad calls. Moore isn't the guru we hope for. Who on our team isn't hurting or recovering? A new hope is good outlook. Okay. It is a good outlook. It is a good outlook. Thank you, Aaron. Ryan Culpepper coming in with a 5 says, seeing Philip LT Gates today made me really miss the good times today. Yeah, me too, dude. I literally got shot back, like from Ratatouille. Takes the bite of that food and shoots them back to when they were a kid. That's how I felt seeing Phil and all those guys out there. Here comes a carry by Eck, and Eck is going to pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and medium coming up. Even more so as the game has progressed. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you. Here comes $2 help from Lord Vader. Roster's bad. Need wide receivers, offensive line, cornerback. Yeah, this year is tough, man. This year is very, very tough. Very, very tough. Tristan with the 7 says, dare I say I miss Lombardi. He recognized our terrible O-line, needed checkdowns with the rare big play, but Herbert had rhythm at least. I don't know if I'm there yet. I certainly don't miss Lombardi, but his methods made a little bit more sense after what we're seeing this year. Here comes the pass to Erickson. It's going to be incomplete. 4th and 4, and the Chargers are going to have to punt it away again. Ooh, Chargers fans are booing hard. And Staley's looking up at the stands, dude. He's angry at the stands. Somebody in my chat told me they were going to this game and they were starting a Fire Staley chant. I wonder if that's happening right now. Because he was looking up at the stands like... Thank you, Tristan, for the $7 holla. Here comes the punt by JK. And it's going to be fielded... inside the 20 and returned past the 30. Just at the 30. Nice play by the special teams. And here comes Russell Wilson again. Frankie coming out with the $5 house. As director, you liking the new Survivor season? I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm a week behind. I've enjoyed it actually quite a bit this year. I like it. I'm a pretty big Survivor fan. I'll say that. It's been good. Me and the wife. She got me into it like 5 or 6 years ago. I was never, ever a reality TV person. Like not even close. But she got me with that one. We spent like 2 summers catching up on all of the seasons. It was fun. Take Keenan out. No reason to risk him an injury. Saint likes Rogue One. Oh, Rogue One is the best modern day Star Wars film by far. Rogue One, out of the new films, Rogue One and then everything else, like by a wide margin. How's Derwin James the man of the year? That's different. It doesn't have much to do with football. It's more of like what you do off the field. The Walter Payton, right? Oh my goodness, you guys had a lot more in here. Trey says $2 Chargers Mount Rushmore, LT Sayo Gates Rivers. Yeah. I think you could probably put Schottenheimer in there too, Marty. As far as players, you could probably squeeze in like Winslow or Allworth as well. Trey with the 2 says, are we good enough to win in the... are you saying the XFL? Yeah, of course, but man, I hate that you have to ask that question. Miguel says Keenan getting looked at by the trainers on the sideline was not out there in the third down. Oh, man. Please, no. Eric coming with the 5 says, let's be honest. We're all here for therapy because we've been supporting this team for so long. They've been in therapy sessions. Much love. Yeah, dude, that's where I'm at right now, too, dude. We're just talking for talking's sake and trying to begin the healing process here, because this season, with this loss, which is kind of likely at this point, the season's kind of over. I'm sorry. I want to believe that we can lean in on that 1%, but 1% is... You can view 1% differently depending on your situation. If this was 1%, you know, like back when we started, what was it, like 4 losses in a row and then like figured it out as we went on, like that year, it was different. This year, with how the coaching looks and the injuries and all that kind of stuff, it just doesn't look like it's in the stars. Does not look like it's in the stars. Theo says Keenan hurt too, apparently. I mean, even if he's just banged up a little bit, we should keep him off the field. Here comes a carry by Williams, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be second and long coming up. Lord Vader says, I was going to the games this Thursday, no Herbo. Yeah. Yeah. Chargers fans are going to be a little harder to find without Herbert out there on the field. Vaughn James coming back to 2 says, on the bright side, our special teams is elite. Yeah, special teams is really, really good. Special teams is definitely really good. Lord Vader with the 2 says, sequels are horrible just like LAC. Here comes a catch and run by McLaughlin, who breaks like 4 tackles. Picks up 5 or 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and medium. The sequels I did not enjoy. Actually, I really did like The Force Awakens. Like, I actually really had a good time watching that, and they ruined the rest of them. The rest of them were just downright bad. I hated those movies. Like, I'll watch them every now and then because they're Star Wars, but, like, man, were they not good. I wanted to like The Last Jedi so bad. I was like, yeah, I get what they're trying to do, but it's just so... It's not Star Wars. It's like they're trying to be something that's not, and I just... It was hard for me to wrap my mind around it. Stoney coming in with the 2 says, Chargers underperforming again. All is normal. All is right with the world again. Thank you for the 2. Here comes Ryan with the 5. Says, at this point, I'd rather have Norv Turner. And that's saying a lot about Staley. Yeah. I think the only coach I would have Staley over still is Mike McCoy. I just thought McCoy might... He, like, read like a serial killer to me. He disturbed me. Staley's getting there. But I would, over the last, like, 4 coaches for the Chargers, I would rather have all of them over Staley. For sure. Chargers are challenging the carry by McLaughlin, I guess. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what's going on there. 2 coming in from Seth says, we need franchise series or Star Wars Outlaw stream. Dude, when does Outlaw come out? It's like next year, right? I am going to be... you guys are not going to hear from me for like 2 weeks. I'm just going to be gone in that world. Like, for real? That looks like it's going to consume my whole life for at least a month. I'm so excited for that game. So excited for that game. I will actually consider the franchise thing sooner, because I was definitely going to do it closer to the end of the year, like as we got into playoff season. Of course, we would choose a team like we always do and try and pull for them and see, you know, along the way how we can improve the Chargers and follow storylines there. But I think some rebuilds would be a good idea to kind of give us an idea of what we want to do to progress forward, because right now it's really tough. And it's really hard for people to like grasp how to make the team better until we get a new coach. Like, a lot of people are going to be stuck on that step and not look forward or beyond that because of how badly we need a new head coach out here. Until that happens, a lot of people are going to refuse to look beyond that. You know what I mean? And to me, like, of course, like, there's never a guarantee it's going to happen. But I'm trying to view it as if it is about to happen, like it's almost a guarantee, and what we can do after that to start rebuilding a little bit. And honestly, we got some good things to working towards us. A top 10 pick, likely, is going to result in some pretty nice, you know, options, at least for the Chargers in the draft. We have some like leverage in terms of trades this season. I hate to say it, but Khalil Mack, who was probably going to get cut anyway, may have played his way into a third or fourth round pick in exchange for his services on a different team because of his career season this year. You know? And the Chargers, who may have to do it anyway because of the books, might at least get something back. And you can say that about a couple of players if we're talking a little bit of a rebuild. So I don't know, like, a lot of people are going to get stuck on the fact that we haven't gotten a new head coach yet. I'm really trying to look beyond that because I think it needs to happen. I think it's going to happen. Never say never, though, knock on wood, that we lose the challenge, by the way. We're out of challenges, too. But we got some stuff to work with. We really do. We really do. Let's just hope both sides run the football like crazy so we can get out of this game. Keep that clock rolling, baby. We have one timeout left for this game, too. Javonte, dude, nice play by the defense. Javonte got swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 5, and we're looking at a second and very long for the Broncos. You need Staley. Hey, I know I asked this a lot and I talk too much about it, but like, can you, if you guys play Apex Legends, can you drop your main in the chat, just so I can see, just for science? Trey with the $2 houses money is the second biggest worry for me. Oh yes, oh yes, and we're definitely going to talk about that. It's so much harder to accomplish that in Madden because they don't really have the money down. The money side of Madden is not very realistic. They don't really throw it together where it's like, oh yeah, this is what could really happen. That's probably one of the most unrealistic parts of Madden. But we're certainly going to talk your ear off about it here on the channel on like over the cap and stuff like that. Wow, a lot of you guys play Apex Legends. Okay, your guy director, a Caustic main. Okay, just put that out of the way here. I'm gonna read some of you guys out here. Taylor's Caustic. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up? I'm pretty decent. Okay, I got a lot of kills and a lot of legends, but Caustic's by far my most with like 6.5 or 6,500. That's my dude. We got Bangalore's in here. Matt's Loba. DM's Horizon. Charger. Oh, I missed it. Somebody's a Horizon out here. John's Pathfinder. Here comes... Was that a pass or a... It was a pass to number 17. Who's going to pick up most of that yardage, but it's going to be too short for the first down, and the Broncos are going to come out and punt it. King says, what happened to Justin Herbert? He injured his throwing hand finger, and he's out for the rest of the game. He broke his finger. Yes, he broke his finger. Chase says Revenant. Okay, so my top 3 mains. I got 6,000 kills on Caustic. I got 2,000 kills on Valkyrie. And then almost 2,000 on Revenant. Revenant recently has been very fun. John wants to buff Passy. Ryan's a Caustic. Kiwi's Gibby. Hey, yeah. Gibby's the way if you know how to use him, dude. Chargers fans, Bangalore. King is Valkyrie. Nice, man. Nice. Corlax, the Tane. The Octane. The worst of them all. What rank are you? I'm Fake Master. And if you play enough Apex, you know what that means. You know what that means for sure. Crypto mains in here too, man. Dude, you got to really know what you're doing to play crypto. I respect that. I definitely respect that. Chargers back on offense. Easton Stick. Would like to see something happen in here, man. That would be cool to see something happen with the offense. Let's not fizzle out completely. Taylor with the 2 says, if you like Apex, go check out Finals. It's free. Finals. Here comes Eckler. I think it was a reception. Eckler picks up about 4 or 5. It'll be second and medium coming up. What finals? What finals? What is that? Elaborate, Taylor. Elaborate. Man, you got a lot of Caustic mains in here, dude. We lead the Caustic Nation in here. Juan is the Fuse. I like Fuse, too. I got 1,000 on Fuse as well. Here comes another underneath past Austin Eckler. Vintage Eckler out here, man. Picking up another first down. Chargers now at the 25-yard line, right? Or 30? I don't even know anymore. Chargers moving. Chargers moving. Austin Eckler picking up some more yardage. 1st and 10, Chargers. Brian Culpepper with 5 says, I don't think Herbert broke his finger. Staley broke his spirit. He's over it. That'd be so crazy. Here comes an over-the-middle pass for Keenan Allen. And that's a first down. The finals, says Taylor. What's the finals? Like ALGS? Like the tourney? Or is it something else? Here comes Easton Stick passing it to the sideline. Too high for Erickson. It'll be second and long coming up. You don't have to super chat every time, Taylor. I'll look for you. The finals is a new game, says Juan. Oh, really? So you say if I like Apex, I should check out the finals. I'm going to Google it real quick so I can look at it later. The finals. Okay, I'll look at that. I didn't even know it existed. I'll definitely look at that. Thanks for the heads up, dude. Steve coming back with the 5 says Moore's offense doesn't work without a bell cow running back. Yes, absolutely. We just be taking a look at Travion Henderson, Trey Benson, Blake Corum, Cody Sher. Yeah. We definitely need to be taking a look at some running backs this year. Underneath pass to Gerald Everett. He'll pick up a couple of yards. It'll be third and long coming up for the Chargers, likely taking us to the fourth quarter. Yeah, Steve, thank you for the 5. And yes, absolutely correct. Chargers need to be in the market for a running back. And funny enough, I think rookie running backs are still the way to go. But free agency has become so copious. Is that right? Am I using that right? In terms of quality running backs being available, that I wouldn't mind going to free agency to look for a back either. I think that they're pretty relatively cheap. I think Bijan Robinson is among the highest paid running backs in the league right now because of his rookie contract. So why not go pay, a veteran that kind of fits the bill a little bit, that you know what you're getting. You know what I mean? But I certainly wouldn't mind seeing a running back out of the draft, third round and beyond, that we feel could be a workhorse kind of guy. But yeah, I mean, you'd have options of free agency too because they're not going to be too expensive. How many quarters without a touchdown? Oh my God. Didn't they say it was before? They said it was like 6 quarters or 8 quarters or something like that. We're probably nearing towards double digits now, man. How crazy is that? And how crazy, I'm looking at Red Zone right now. The Raiders and Vikings don't have a touchdown either. That is a scoreless game. That is absolutely nuts. Alan coming with the 5 as director. Thanks for all the support. At this point, play all the backups. Spanos sell the team. The hype is dead until proven. Yeah, it's really time to hit the reset button. I think the Justin Herbert injury almost like points in that direction for the season, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm starting Justin again until I'm 100% sure he's okay. Hugo says he tweeted something. Hang on, I'm going to look. Out of the Charger seat. Yep, Hugo. Yep. That's exactly my thoughts right there, my emotions. That's exactly it. Hit the nail on the head. Oh, boy. Brutal. Thank you, Alan. Pegasus coming in with the 5 says, new head coach next year and a new beginning. Smile, keep your heads up, everyone. Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job of bouncing back. I like to let myself and, I would encourage other people to let themselves feel upset in the moment. Let yourself feel it so you have the opportunity to conquer it. You know what I mean? So I'm not as because I kind of expected something crazy to happen today. And here comes an almost interception by Easton Stick on 3rd down. 4th down, Chargers got a punt. Oh, they're going for it on 4th down, by the way. But I think at the end of the day, a new season can mean anything. Look at the Broncos, man. They went from stinky, stinky poo-poo to not too bad, not too shabby in one season. Oh, 1st down Chargers. Keenan does it again. Get out of here, Keenan. Let's go. Thank you, Keenan. Thank you. Thank you. A big difference one season can make. And I think that the Chargers have as much hope as anybody with Justin Herbert on this team. And so many suitors wanting to come in and coach him and the Chargers. Here comes an underneath pass. Too short for Austin Eckler. It'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. Juan Castellanos says, rip to my fantasy football team. Started both Herb and Jay Jettas. It's been that kind of year, man. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. We should trade Allen. He's wasting his talent. No. Allen should retire a Los Angeles / San Diego Charger. Absolutely should retire a Charger. Here comes 2nd and 10. Chargers close formation. Easton stick, clean pocket, fires underneath, hits Austin Eckler. And it's a gain of 3 yards, maybe. It'll be 3rd and long coming up. Yeah, this has been a tough one to watch, man. Shield your eyes, Bull fam. Shield your eyes. It has been a rough one this week. 3rd and 8. Easton stick fires over the middle and incomplete. But there is a flag drawn. It's Justin Simmons who was on Donald Parham. Could be holding or illegal contact. I don't know what they're going to say here, man. If that's a flag, then we're looking at a 1st down Chargers. They're going to say no flag. They picked it up. It'll be 4th and long, and the Chargers this time should very much so punt. You got to punt it. You got to punt it. I can't watch games so I came here. We're all just sitting here together taking our medicine, man. It's been rough out here, dude. Probably one of the worst games I've seen of the Chargers in a long time, and that's after saying that last week. We're seeing a lot of Brandon Staley on the sideline just kind of flipping out, and it's been very messy. Very messy. Here's 4th and 8. Broncos sending everybody. Easton Stick's trying to find some time to throw and tries to hit Keenan over the middle of the field. It's incomplete. A couple of Broncos down on the field, but it is a turnover on downs. A couple of Broncos down on the field. Hopefully everybody's okay. Keenan almost had that, man. In triple coverage, Keenan almost came down with that. Yeah, if anything, Eddie, I like that. I like that perspective. We have a whole quarter to get Mac another sack. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go, Mac. I'm reading your guys' comments, man. I feel you guys. I feel you guys so much. Part of my job is to kind of stand up and try and find the good in any situation and kind of be that voice of reason for usually around 1,000 people in here. And all I can tell you guys is that, like, deep down, like, the whole reason I started this channel to begin with and the whole reason any of this exists is because I am a huge, huge, huge Chargers fan. And I'm feeling everything you guys are feeling too. It sucks. The difference this time around in this last few years has been at least I have people to talk to about it, which is great because in my area I don't really have very many Chargers fans, friends. It helps. It helps. And in my time of being a fan, there's been a couple of seasons like this. This one feels particularly rough. It feels like a Mike McCoy season, I'm not going to lie. You guys remember that for like 2 or 3 years, Mike McCoy was just awful. I don't think he had one good season, if I remember correctly. It was just bad. Worse sometimes a year after, and you thought it was absolutely not impossible. It feels like that. It feels like a McCoy season. And those were tough. Those I remember being some of the toughest seasons to be a Chargers fan. And I hope the Chargers solution is better than the last one. I think Anthony Lynn was okay, but in the end, he just wasn't head coaching material. Heck of a human being. He's not a great coach material guy. We just need to stop kicking around would be, could be, should be first-time head coaching candidates. Just go get somebody who knows what they're doing, man. Michael coming in with the $2 hauses. Never thought I would see the two worst teams, or the two worst games in one season. Oh, yeah. That Patriots game was riveting last week, too. You guys want John Harbaugh? Yeah, me too. Or Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh is kind of the guy. Like, him and Belichick are really, really close. I slightly prefer Belichick just because of his history, as Javonte Williams picks up like 2 yards. But Jim Harbaugh would be fantastic, too. I just don't know if we're going to be able to pry him away from Michigan. I'll have to wait and see. Jimmy James says, I'm your friend director. Thanks, man. Thanks, friends. I appreciate you for being here in these tough times. That would be tough. You guys imagine we just go in the middle of the night and like kidnap John Harbaugh and deck him out in Chargers gear? McCoy sucks. Yeah, dude. Mike McCoy, dude, those were the dark times. Those were the dark times for me as a Chargers fan. It was so bad. Thanks, Jose. Thanks, all friends. Thank you. We need you guys in these dark, desperate times. Thank you, Chargers fam. Where would we be in if not worse disparity without you guys? Truly. I hope someone out in the stands, man. If you guys, I doubt it because I've been to a few games and I'll tell you my reception was always really, really bad. But if there's anybody who happens to be watching my stream at SoFi right now watching the game, please get that Fire Staley. Fire Staley. Get going. Tell him director sent you. Here comes Russ on 3rd and 4, and it's incomplete. Man, Khalil Mack just batted that thing down. Let's go. They're going to have to punt. Ricardo coming in with a $2 haul says Mike McCoy did lead us to a playoff win. Yeah, was it Mike or was it just an exceptional Phillip Rivers year? It could have been. I don't know. I don't even remember. I just remember being every year just like, why do we still have Mike McCoy? Please, just drop him off somewhere. Pull over on the highway and say good luck. Give him one of those like bags of random stuff on a stick tied to the end of a stick and send him on his way. But I mean, you could be right. I don't know. I'm very tired. Isaac with the 2 says Jim or Bill or yeah, I get it. I'm totally in the same boat right now, man. Unless another big name emerges where it's like there's a bit of Mike Tomlin being thrown around, which I guess I'd be cool with too. But right now, it just feels like I feel it in my gut. And what really sucks is that like I felt the same way about Sean Payton last year. And I'll be honest, dudes, like I got a lot of flack for this one. Like I was pushing the narrative so hard. I was doing like Photoshop jersey swaps and throwing the photo everywhere on Instagram and Twitter. And I caught so much heat for wanting Sean Payton last year. I stood by it because I had this feeling in my gut that like, man, if we get Sean in here, like the culture's going to change. We're going to move in the right direction. Justin Herbert's going to have that future we're all praying that he has. And it didn't work out, even though like he was begging for it. I think after the fact, we're hearing so much about him literally trying to break down the door and get that job with Justin Herbert. And the Chargers just kept slamming the door in his face. And that sucks to hear because he's doing great. Now we're getting whooped by him this week. You know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because I have that same feeling in my gut right now again. And it's crazy because last year, like we've talked about Bill Belichick to the Chargers before, and I've never really kind of been about it. You know, I've always been like, because I was so worried about what he would do to our draft, which let's be honest, it would probably happen, right? He comes in here, starts running the show, like it'll probably happen. Our drafts will probably like hit the bottom of the barrel pretty hard. You know, he's never been a really good drafter. However, he's been so prolific at creating a defense out of nobodies and hitting on like mid-round picks and finding a way to make that defense at least average, if not much better. And just imagine what Herbert does this year with just an average defense. Somebody put the photo out, and I'm going to go to Twitter here. By the way, we're on commercial break if you guys are wondering. Look at this stat. Somebody posted this last week. Look at this stat. It was Mayor of Boltsville. Look at this. Look at this. Los Angeles Chargers have a record of 16-0 with Justin Herbert when allowing less 20 points. Excuse me, sir. That there is an average NFL defense. If the Chargers just had an average NFL defense, who says we're not vicious playoff contenders behind Justin Herbert? And to me, that's like the bare minimum of what Bill offers. But again, it's mostly because it's my gut feeling. If the Chargers get Bill, I think we could go to the Super Bowl. I really do. And people say, that's a huge hot take, talking out your butt, blah, blah, blah. Nope. I talked with my heart with Sean Payton last year. I'm talking with my heart again with Bill Belichick. And the big reason why he's such a huge narrative is because literally the chatter, at least, is leading us down the same path with Sean Payton. Like, they're parting ways, mutual grounds. He's got the Chargers job in front of him, like front and center, what he wants, and it kind of depends on what the Chargers side of things, what they're going to do. That's where I'm at. Here comes the Easton stick. Huge pass for Quentin Johnston. He got it! Oh, my God! It's an Easton stick bomb! Quentin Johnston just caught a 57-yarder. He didn't drop it. Woo! Finally! Easton Stick's going to hit him again. Quentin Johnston down at the 5. I see you, Rook. I see you. Wow. Burrell Bikes with the 2. You didn't have to survive the Mike Riley years. I've heard the stories. First and goal. Stick. Flushed out to the right. Looks like he's going to try and carry it. Fires up for the last second. And he's going to hit Keenan Allen, who catches it out of bounds. And there is a flag on top of that. Dude, QJ, where did that come from? Oh, my God. Logan coming in with the 5 says, I went to the Chargers versus Ravens game. I tried to start a chant saying, wow, after the game. Risky business, sir. Risky business. Dude, QJ. And the defense just got caught in a hold. His stick just turned it on, man. Wow. There you go, Idaho. Wow. First and goal. Easton Stick. Let's go. Give us something to live for, Stick. Easton fires back of the end zone. Nope, front of the end zone. It was Austin Eckler wide open for the touchdown. It's incomplete. Gross. That was so close, man. Colton with the $5 says, hey, man, this is a first-time singer. Watching you that we've been eliminated mid-season, what type of content is coming for the remainder? Oh, my God, dude. If you're wondering what's in the future for the director, by the way, handoff up the middle. Oh, it's Austin Eckler for the Chargers! Touchdown! Austin Eckler! Our first touchdown since week 12. One's in the chat, 2's in the chat, and 30's in the chat, baby. We scored a touchdown. How good it feels. We only have the one timeout, so it's still a tough sledding for the rest of the game. But, man, thank you, God. We needed something to live for out here. First touchdown in 7 quarters. How about that, man? The biggest Quentin Johnston play we've seen this season. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Colton, to finish answering your question, draft season, I like to call it speculation season, is one of the best times to be on my channel. That's all I'm going to say. I have a lot of fun doing my Batman detective work in my football theory content, finding out ways to improve this team in which directions I want to go. And I'll say, like, I'm not always right. I get that. But, man, sometimes I am. Sometimes I really, really am. If you go back when we were trading for Khalil Mack, I think I was the only YouTuber out here saying, trade for Khalil Mack. Trust me, you will not regret it. And it happened. It'll be fun. Pegasus coming back with the fires. Something like this very well could be the spark to end the year carrying to next year. Yeah, it could be. It very well could be. Thank you guys so much for the super chats, man. Despite a tough game, you guys have been awesome with the support. And thank you, Chargers, for giving us something to watch this week, man. Man, we've been starved for a touchdown for weeks. And honestly, even more than the touchdown, I needed to see that Quentin Johnston play, dude. Not just that play, but the sequence of plays. We needed that. We needed to see hope that Quentin could be something. And that was proof in the pudding right there. Here comes likely a carry by Denver. There is 10.5 minutes left. Chargers down 2 scores. And here comes the carry. Javonte breaks the first tackle and gets all the way down to close to midfield. Holy crap on a cracker. It went from a negative play to like a 30-yard run, 20-yard run. Oh, my God. Wow. Come on, defense. We got to get that ball back, baby. Did Frank Wycheck die? Fred? Did Frank Wycheck die? Rip to him, man. Here comes 1st and 10. Russell Wilson will throw that one away. Oh, that's big sad, man. Wycheck, one of the best blocking tight ends in NFL history. Be 100% honest, how long will the Spanos family hold on to the Chargers and completely ruin the franchise forever? What sucks is that we could say that Dean could maybe move on or sell or whatever in the next couple of years, but it could be just his sons, you know, like it likely stays in the Spanos family for a long time. They just have to, the family, the kids are going to have to be the ones to have that vision to change. Here comes the next run by the Broncos on 2nd and 10. It's going to be a pickup of maybe 1.5, 2 yards. And it's a 3rd and long. Chargers, if they can get off the field defensively here, you never know. Now that we've uncorked the Quentin Johnston. Aaron Lawrence coming in with the fires says, I think Herbert has been a bit scared to throw downfield to his backups and rookies. Maybe this will help push Herbert to do it more if he's healthy. I agree. I really hope it wasn't the last game of the year that we saw Justin Herbert suit up for. I doubt it. I'm sure he'll be okay, but I would love to see more of that. I would love to see more of that. Here comes 3rd and 8. Chargers defense. This is kind of like a big play here, dude. He's got to get off the field. Here comes an underneath throw to number 82, who breaks the tackle. Derwin! Derwin couldn't make the stop on the tight end. He missed the tackle, and the tight end picks up the first down. Oh, Derwin. Derwin. Man. Wow. Here comes another carry. And P. Ryan's going to pick up 3. It'll be 2nd and long. Really, man? Come on, Derwin. Come on, Derwin. Where is director? I am here. Hello. Hi. Hi, Jerry. Jerry! Jacob, pretty sure DJ is going through some stuff outside of football. Doesn't seem like he's with his fiance girlfriend anymore. Maybe that's affecting his play. It could be. I don't know. That's something. My wife is so good at honing in on that kind of stuff. And we'll have her put the detective cap on. Here comes Russell Wilson on the play action. He's going to try and hit the fullback. I think his name's Burton. Who picks up a yard. It'll be 3rd and long coming up. Maybe 3rd and medium. Good evening, Rat. How are you on this fine, painful evening? The Chargers now at this point, man, we can get the ball back with like 6.5 minutes-ish. right? I don't know. At this point, I don't know, man. You would have to lead one of the most efficient drives, though, ever with Easton Stick. But never say never, right? Ryan Culpepper coming back with the twos. Just imagine if we kick those field goals. Oh, my God. It would be 13-17 right now. Oh, wait. Russell Wilson just escaped for the first down. He got it. Russell Wilson took off, got the first down with his feet. And that should bring us down closer to like 3.5, 4 minutes-ish. Defense couldn't clutch up on third down twice. They're just holding on Mac all day. I think I did see that one. Here comes Javonte. Picks up 3. We're not going to hit at anything. Mainly because of the Justin Herbert. Let it blows. That's how it goes sometimes, though. Can't really control injuries, though. Never beat yourself up on those things because of injuries, because there's nothing you can do about those. Assuming we get a decent draft pick, do you have anyone in mind the Chargers could pick to make it be Brock Bowers, number 1. We'll dig deeper into it later, but Brock Bowers with Justin Herbert. Think Lamar, Mark Andrews kind of quality play. Even Mahomes and Kelsey quality play from the Chargers all of a sudden. I'm like not even kidding. Like they would instantly become one of the most lethal pairings in the NFL when it comes to Chargers or when it comes to quarterback tight end. For real. Leo Ramos with the 5 says, "Hey director, think Phil can stay and coach." How crazy would that be? I would be so happy. I would be so happy if Philip decided to stay and help the Chargers, because that'd be worth all the pain this year. Bro, Kim and I are thinking the same thing. The Rams going to work with the Chargers. Yeah, we don't have Donald and Ramsey, that's for sure. If you fire Staley, we are still stuck with the bad talent on the field. Yeah, but at this point, the coaching is obviously such a big problem too, that by firing the coaching this early, you give yourself a few games which is kind of like observe what you have at interim, and maybe the players find a way to like address some of those issues that you can carry into next season. The biggest reason you move on from a head coach at this point of the season is to find momentum for next year. So it's definitely not a bad idea. Paulie says, this team going to make hang on, right after this play. Here comes the Chargers on 3rd and 5. Pretty big play here. For just under 5 minutes left. Russell Wilson's trying to escape, and they're going to hit 25 for the first down and then some. But once again, there's a pretty big hold. We almost saw the Mac sack for the career right there, dude. We should be seeing a flag there, but we're not seeing it. I think the refs are just ready for this game to be over with. Look at Khalil Mack on the right. Dude was obviously so crazily held on that play, but they're not going to call it. Paulie coming in with the 5 says, this team going to make me get into a different sport to stop the bleeding as a Chargers fan for now. It's tough, man. It really, really is tough. It really, really is tough. But it's almost exciting for me, even like in your darkest of days, like to think of what the team could do. I love speculation. I love theory. And I think the Chargers would have a really good time if they were to really commit to something that works. You know what I mean? Like really commit to a coach. Like I seen Sean Payton out there in a Broncos visor, and he's snickering, man. He knows what he's doing. Like it hurts because that could have been us. It really could have been us. But they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to They didn't want to budge. If the Chargers find a way to commit to bettering themselves, then I think it would be really fun to observe this team transform. But they got to get out of their own way. 2nd and 5 for the Broncos. They are going to run it for a couple of yards, close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and short coming up. What's the move for the offseason? First off, they got to get their money right. That you're going to see a lot of that. No, first off, they got to get the coaching right. They got to get the coaching right. They've got to get the coaching right. First priority should be fire Brandon Staley. Let the interim, whether it be, Ficken or Moore or whatever, do what they can for the rest of the season. Really start strategizing on how you want to attack the hiring of the next head coach, which honestly, I would throw down everything if I could for Bill. As much as it pains me to say sometimes, because the dude has just caused me so much turmoil over the years. And let's get somebody in here who's won a damn Super Bowl or two. You know what I mean? In this case, 6, which would be fantastic. Wow. This drive by the Broncos has been 7 minutes. Here comes the keeper by Wilson, and just wide open. Middle of the end zone. Not a single soul in the end zone. Adam Troutman, the tight end. What a play call by Sean Payton. I cannot believe they just fooled the entire defense, man. And yes, Joe Lombardi is still there as their OC, but let's not get things confused. Sean Payton calls most of the plays on offense. That was a stupid good play by Sean Payton. Oh my God. Finessed every Chargers defender out there. Unbelievable. And Peyton is laughing his butt off on the sideline. That could have been us, dude. That play was literally, hey Chargers, this is what you passed up on. That felt personal. That was in his bag of tricks, dude. Oh my God. That was disrespectful, and I don't blame him. Oh my God. Wishing for a coach just over 500. Well, think about it, man. Like, he's taken this literal burning, flaming dumpster fire and turned them into playoff contenders. Now imagine what he does if he started the season with Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. Dare I say Austin Eckler. Just Justin Herbert is enough for me to think that Sean Payton at this point of the season, who's to say he doesn't have 8-9 wins? Right? Who's to say he doesn't have 10 wins? Stick just hit Keenan for a big gain. 3 minutes left. Went out of bounds. But down too many points now. I just honestly, and this is what I said at the top of the season too, when the Broncos started off, I think 1-4 or something like that. Everybody was like, "Oh, what do you think about Sean Payton now?" I was like, it would be so different if he was with the Chargers. Like, I was literally like, I don't care that he's like a Bronco now. It sucks, but like, we kind of expected that, right? But if he was with the Chargers, I completely believe that it would be a different situation. And now he's starting to turn it around with the Broncos, and everyone's like, "Oh no, that could have been us." All right. Here comes Easton Stick, who somehow finds Keenan Allen for a huge first down. While they're resetting, let's do it. Okay.
It's the Joe Show, starring Joe, doing all sorts of Joe things. Not your average Joe. And also he can walk.
One last Joe Show for the road. Taylor with the 2 says, with the rebuild, what players do we keep? Herbert, Allen, Slater, Sawyer, Zion. And then on defense, I would love to keep Mac, just the money doesn't make sense. Bosa you have to keep because of the money. You keep ASJ, Derwin, Scott, and Dicker. That might be it. Honestly, that might be it. Palmer too. I almost forgot. He's on IR. That doesn't count, okay? And then the Rooks and everybody under contract for sure. But, like, yeah. For real. You got to do one for Staley. Finesse World, I probably should, huh? I need to think about that. What do we make for Staley? Hopefully he's not around long enough that we have to do something. Here comes Gerald Everett, who's going to pick up some more yardage. I think that helped us hit something on fantasy. Yeah, it did. But we're still going to be a little bit short, even with the insurance. Unless Kelly busts off a 15-yard run, which is not going to happen. Easton just got strip-sacked, fumbled, and luckily Austin Eckler fell on it, but it's going to be like a 3rd and 20. Yeah, O-line's going to be really a big problem next season. That was a safety blitz, too. Justin Simmons came in free on the right. We are at the 2-minute warning. If you guys are wondering, where can I get more director in some of this therapy session? We're going to be on Bleacher Report right after the game. Yeah, we're going on Bleacher Report right after the game. We'll be live. We do a little post-game reaction show with Bleacher Report this season. Hopefully for future seasons too, actually. I've quite enjoyed having that therapy session afterwards. Or I should say reaction, right? There's been more therapy than reaction, but it's been fun. I've enjoyed my time with Bleacher Report this year. Hopefully it's a relationship that we can kindle into 2024. Hopefully they have a demand for Chargers content in 2024. But, yeah, you can catch us there after the game. We'll have a therapy vent session. That one's going to be more about the season ending and what to look towards in the future. That's what we're going to cover. Had a good defense before Staley showed up. Weirdly, Gus Bradley's defense, not that bad. I mean, yeah, I had a lot of cover 3 and whatever, but, like, it's been better than what we've been seeing, right? I mean, that's not fair to completely say, right? There's been parts of the Staley defense that have been pretty dang good. His first year in particular, he was really good at defending the deep ball, kind of finding that counter to Patrick Mahomes. But the run defense was so bad for 2 years that it didn't really matter. Like, just teams just ran all over us. This year, it's kind of the opposite. Like, the run defense is not terrible, but we are Swiss cheese out there as a secondary. Like, so I guess you could say that we've never had a good defense under Staley. There's always been, like, a glaring problem that has been exploited. And we've never had just a balanced defense, a good defense. Like, you can say that, oh, we're good versus the pass deep. But when you're giving up so many points because they just run all over you for 200-300 yards a game, I don't know if it much matters. You know what I mean? Bro, coming back with the 2 says, will Staley's post-game comments be fun? I hope so. Somebody go in there and ask if he's still calling the plays on defense. Please, please, I implore you. I will send you a gift basket. Go in there and ask if he's still calling the defensive plays. Stick will lead us to the Super Bowl. Let's go! Doggone it! Popper better lay on Staley in the post. Dude, Popper's such a legend, man. Popper is such a legend for that. Like, literally, we've gone through so many like beat writers and stuff for the Chargers and sideline guys. Popper is like my favorite by like a long mile. Dude's awesome. Him and Matt Money Smith. Those two guys are just are just crazy fun to listen to. And Chris O'Hare. Keenan Allen on 3rd and 19 was looking for a flag. He's not going to get one. 4th and 19. Chargers got a punt, right? They're probably going to go for it, and then we'll see a kneel out by the Broncos. Dude, Pat Surtain kicked Keenan Allen's feet underneath him. What the heck, dude? For real? That's not going to get a flag? Pat Surtain got close and just tripped him. No flag. We got no flags this week, dude. Wow. I think refs are just ready to go home. They literally tripped him. And then we got called for delay a game. Fourth and 24. Let's go. Richard coming in with the 5 says, tell me how Moore is better than Lombardi. No coach should survive the season. They're all garbage. Any pay rate are overpaid. I think Moore. Here comes Stick, who gets strip sack fumbled again. Here comes another defensive touchdown. Oh! Austin Eckler just saved the day at the last second. We might see a kneel out here by the Broncos. Honestly, if I were Sean Payton, I am driving that ball into the end zone, dude. I'm looking over at Javonte. I'm like, hey, man, these guys did me dirty. I need you to go in there and slip in for another touchdown, man. We're gonna run it. We're gonna give you some good blocking. We're gonna drive that dagger in hard. I think the Kellen Moore experiment could have gone so much better if we had a gosh darn traditional running back. I truly 100% believe that. I think if we had, even if we just signed us like a stupid dinky backup running back that can kind of pull in those hard-earned yards, you know, like literally Ezekiel Elliott, who's been killing it for the Patriots in that role, I think we would have seen a much different Kellen Moore. We didn't want to do that. We were stubborn. We're like, we got guys. We're good. We don't need it. No. I truly believe you need a strong running game to have an efficient Kellen Moore. The Chargers didn't want to provide it. But, hey, man, it doesn't excuse the lackluster offense we've seen this season either. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Chargers are going to be heading for a nasty rebuild this season, especially due to the money. Money's going to be a pretty tough thing to come by this season. Are they kneeling it? They might be kneeling it. I wish Peyton would pile on more points here. Oh, they're being respectful. They're just going to kneel it out. Peyton out there just laughing his butt off, dude. I hate that. And then they cut to Staley, who's just livid on the sideline. Isn't that ceremoniously symbolic of the Chargers season with the coaching? Yeah, he's big mad. Yeah, I seen it, dude. He's big mad. Sean Payton out there laughing. They're shaking hands now. Yeah, dude. He's big mad. And that's going to do it, man. Chargers going to lose this one 24-7. That was a whooping if I've ever seen one. And honestly, guys, we're about to talk a lot about this on Bleacher Report. We're going to head over there in just a second. We're going to talk about the big mistake in not signing Sean Payton. We're going to talk about what happens now that the Chargers are eliminated. Well, pretty much 1%, so pretty much eliminated. And we're going to talk a little bit about the possibility of the Brandon Staley firing tomorrow. I think that's a pretty. It's more likely tomorrow than it's been in a long, long time. So we're going to talk a lot about that as well. BC coming in with the $10 house. Spiller is RB1. To me, Eckler is gone. Maybe Kelly too. See what we got fully before the draft, but nothing will change if they don't change the coach. He's giving his choices too many chances. His choices too many chances. Yeah, it's messy out here. Thank you for the $10 haul, man. I appreciate that. It's messy. We need an overhaul in a lot of different positions. And again, I'm going to touch on that in today's Bleacher Report because I was really struggling on what to talk about because this was just such a stinker, a second stinker in a row. But I think in terms of turning the corner into not a full rebuild, but just like finding a way to fix what has been broken over the last couple of seasons. It starts now, and I think firing Brandon Staley in the AM is the first step to accomplishing that. Well, guys, it's been a tough one, but we made it out the other side. We're all alive and healthy. Hopefully prepared for something like what we witnessed today, and we can start the healing process. We can start the healing process, finding ways to speculate on what the Chargers could do money-wise. I think financially is going to be a big conversation that we're going to be having over this season. Even the rest of the offseason, or the rest of the regular season here, we're going to start talking about stuff like that. And then coaching. All we can do is continue pushing really, really hard for an improvement on the coaching situation. All right? So if you guys want to see more of us, we're going to be over on Bleacher Report here in just a second. Steve Simmons is going to send us off with a $5 haul. So looking forward to the draft season. Offensive line, wide receiver, running back, tight end, DB, all strong. What about Lindsley as offensive line coach? I could definitely see that happening. Congratulations to Antonio Gates for the Hall of Fame consideration. Philip Rivers for coming in here and supporting the fans. Thank you so much to everybody for joining me today. Despite the stinker that we saw, it was good to see everybody, and it's glad to have friends that can help us all vent together and find some therapy, some therapeutic aid in that way with you guys. So thank you guys so much for that. Richard with the 2 says more, and TT as well. Monday should walk. Yeah, it's been crazy. Well, guys, we'll see you over on Bleacher Report again. If you do not yet have it, go download Bleacher Report on your phone and catch me in the Chargers section here in just a moment. We're gonna talk a little bit about the future in that stream today. Okay, guys, we'll see you there in just a minute. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for all the super chats today, and thank you for everybody sticking around and supporting the Chargers despite them maybe not supporting us as fans right now. We'll get through it. We need to go out there and we need to root for the right guy. All right. From now on, I'm Team Belichick. I'm Team Jim Harbaugh. Let's go out there and advocate for the right talent to come lead this team to a rebound. Well, guys, much love to you guys. We'll see you in Bleacher Report in just a moment.
Want to watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out expressvpn.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months.